On the other side, Rick Allen, Jeff Burton, and Steve Letarte. It's time to crown the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion next on USA.
Jeez. All right. I'm back. Back for the end. Back for the end because I missed you so much. Actually, I was just ready to go the fuck home. Good to be back. Anybody who saw me stream Gotham Knights earlier, and I started feeling tired, so I took a couple hours here and napped. Felt really good when I woke up. So I think I can get through this. Short race. Hell, tomorrow's a short race as well. Trying to get my stream on my phone if this thing will ever fucking cooperate. Where's my stream? Well, I love how my phone just lags and runs slower than stink off of shit. How's the sound? How's the sound? There, it's working. I can almost see your comments, and I'll start talking about what I wanted to say. Okay. See who's here. Hello, Karen. Hello, Michael. You know, I was sitting in the buffet on the Kiss Cruise last week, and I didn't pay for the internet, obviously, but I had some friends that had the social media package, and I asked my friend Ronnie, I said, can I use your phone for a second and just look at the NASCAR Facebook page? And she was like, sure, absolutely. So she gave me her phone, and I started scrolling the NASCAR Facebook page on Sunday evening after the Kiss concert, and I saw that Bell won, and I was like, that's pretty crazy. Bell won. Then I saw what Ross did. And I went, what the fuck? And my friends were like, what? And I'm like, you guys wouldn't understand. You don't watch racing, but what the fuck is this? And I just couldn't believe it. I was laughing hysterically. I was like, this is real, right? I had to like watch it 3 times to make sure it was real. And it really, you know, it's amazing to be on that cruise, but it does suck to not be able to stream and watch one of the most important races of the year. Apparently, it was actually a decent Martinsville race in the new car. How would you rate the race last week, Michael? Because I haven't watched the whole thing, obviously. I've watched like 20 or 30 minutes worth of highlights and everything. How was the race from start to finish? Was it a good race? Because it looked like there was a lot of beating and banging, short tracking that you didn't see in the spring race there. I would know. I was at that piece of shit. So, yeah, Ross Chastain, put that man in the Hall of Fame as an active driver now and just give him the championship. We don't even need a race tomorrow. In the season, give that man the championship. Outstanding. I hope I'm wrong about who I think is going to win the championship tomorrow. Well, I picked Logano for a parlay. He's not my race bet tomorrow, but my parlay is Brandon Jones today to win this race and Logano to win the race tomorrow. We'll see. But it looked like a good Martinsville race last week, which is encouraging for the future. And I didn't know Ty Gibbs was the second coming of Christ. I really did not. How noble of Ty Gibbs, our Lord and Savior Ty Gibbs, to walk among us normal people and show us the way. Oh, that Ty Gibbs. Looked like a great race. I'm really sad I missed it, but I was having a lot of fun at the time.
This race, championship 4 can be life-changing for them.
Kiss Cruise 12, January of 2024. No exact date yet. Hopefully it's like the first week of January, so I'm not there during NFL playoffs. I mean, if I am there, I'd be watching it, but I want to stream those games, obviously.
That's when we as fans absolutely love it.
Well, you just don't know what's going to be on the line. And that's what's ahead of these drivers, these teams, these crew chiefs. Is it going to be a great restart? Is it going to be a great pit call? Is it going to be a great pit stop?
Like we see in here so many times, Rick. That's the
Brandon Jones,
you're not even sure
as we
what
learned
the
at
spot
Bristol's,
is.
too fucking nice.
Questions, what have you
But how
experienced?
great of a fuck you would it be for him to root Ty Gibbs out of the way today in his last race in a Gibbs car and be like, fuck you guys. You never cared about me. It's all about our fucking Lord and Savior Ty Gibbs, my brother in Christ. I have sadly started to become a Brandon Jones fan. I'm losing my voice again. My vocal cords have not recovered from the Kiss Cruise. But I generally feel okay.
And now, race fans, here to say the most famous
Might be a little more
words of
subdued
motorsport.
today.
Welcome loyal Xfinity customer and Xfinity reward member Eric Burkhart.
Thank you, Xfinity!
Eric Burkhart's a punk. I'm kidding. I did not. What happened with Austin Hill and Myatt Snyder? How come I haven't seen this? Myatt Snyder, Austin Hill. I gotta look this up. What the fuck happened? You're about to hear my reaction to whatever it is if they have video of it. YouTube. I know I missed a lot. And I haven't been obsessively catching up on everything. Just all those NFL highlights and those first place Atlanta Falcons. Pretty funny stuff. Austin Hill, Myatt Snyder, full fight. Okay, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Well, after I watch this commercial. Don't worry, that's a stupid commercial you're hearing right now. This is a really long. It's like every second of this commercial is 2 seconds. Wow, that was really long.
Way down to the inside comes Austin Hill, playoff driver who had a bad day, was trying to make something out of it.
I haven't seen hardly anything from Xfinity race. I know most of the Cup race.
Gets into the back of Myatt Snyder, spinning him. Now, what's gotten everyone's attention is the discussion afterward. The two drivers appear to be having a discussion, and then
They got fucking satellite imagery.
Your own conclusion.
Oh, God almighty! Woo! Knocked his ass out. That's a teammate. How did I not see this? What? Who do you think? Roman Reigns. Obviously, they're not going to Logan Paul beat Roman Reigns. Can I do? I'm on the phone. Oh, now I'm watching this Noah Gregson thing. Because he called Ty Gibbs a dirtbag. That's my first time seeing the Austin Hill knocking out Sheldon Creed. Wow. That was something else. Where's my fucking live stream? Now I can't get my live stream back on my phone. See your comments. That is the best punch in NASCAR history. By far. Is my stream off or something? I'm not seeing my stream. I don't understand. Where's my stream? Can't find my stream. Is it off? There it is. Found my stream. What the fuck? Yeah, I saw the entire last run to the checkered flag. I saw other highlights through the race, but from the last restart on, I've watched all of that. It's so funny that it came down to Denny Hamlin and Ross. Man, I don't know. Not here. The Chastain move took all the attention away from Myatt Snyder getting his fucking head taken off. That is the greatest punch in NASCAR history. That was better than Marcos on Casey Mears. I always thought, that was a pretty good punch. Marcos on Casey Mears. Fucked Mears' eye up, but didn't really knock him down. This motherfucker put Myatt Snyder on his ass. Decked him. Straight up assault. That was pretty funny. I'm neutral on those guys. I mean, Myatt Snyder kind of drives over his head a lot, but I'm pretty neutral when it comes to those two. It is a fucking dreary, rainy day here in western North Carolina. It's like depressing to look outside. Austin Hill's the only NASCAR driver I've seen that looks like he knows how to throw a punch. Holy hell. I like how Noah Gragson is dogpiling on Ty Gibbs because Noah knows that he's a douchebag too. And he's still butthurt about his own fuck up at Road America, so now he's trying to throw all the attention on somebody else that people love. Noah, that's what Noah's doing. Oh, that Ty Gibbs, the dude, I don't like him. Don't you guys agree? We all don't like him. Yeah, you guys love me. No, fuck you. You're a piece of shit too. Noah Gragson's a bigger piece of shit than Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs is a better driver too. But let me be clear, don't like either of them, and I hope they both eat shit today. If it comes down to those two, something will happen. I have a feeling about this race that it could get pretty volatile based on Martinsville last week. This race could be pretty volatile. It's amazing the battle for the truck championship was cleaner than I think this will probably be.
We'll start inside row 6. So Allgaier back there, or Allmendinger back there, as well as Parson a little bit further back through this field. Alex LeBay.
I don't know if I'll stream any football tomorrow or not.
And Joe Graff Jr. making up the
Might just do the race and be done.
All right, for more stories on our championship 4, we start with Dave Burns.
Got to think about it.
Gregson is 24 years old and he's in his 4th and final season in the Xfinity Series. Will this be the championship year? Well, no one believes it can be based on the season they've had. He loves the numbers, including 8 wins, which he says is awesome. Now, he told us in Countdown to Green something else about himself, which I think is key here today. He was very loose. He said, last year, I had tunnel vision. I didn't enjoy it. I have enjoyed myself as much as I can this week, and I believe that a loose Noah Gragson will be a fast Noah Gragson today, Marty.
Dave, no question, the story of the week. At the end of the race at Martinsville, Ty Gibbs wrecked his teammate Brandon Jones intentionally to win that race. So, will anyone pay him back this afternoon? Noah Gragson raised his hand all week long, and even in our pre-race said, I would be willing to do that. But what is teammate Brandon Jones? I asked him that yesterday, and he said, as far as I'm concerned, he is not my teammate today.
Brandon Jones said Gibbs is not his teammate.
I'm not going to treat him.
Fuck him over.
Today. My greatest hope is that I can beat Ty Gibbs on the racetrack, and if that cost him a championship, well then so be it. Dylan?
Marty, not that long ago, Josh Berry was a part-time college student, part-time race car driver, working as a bank teller, trying to fund his racing dreams. Now he's rounding
Holy
up
6
his
o'clock
first
start
season
times.
in the NASCAR Xfinity Series with a shot at the championship.
That little nap did me a lot of good.
All year, they picked up a couple wins and had a really strong year. But despite that, crew chief Mike Bumgardner has
My man Josh Berry would make me very happy to see him win it.
coming into this championship for battle today. But he said it best: all we asked for, Parker, is a chance.
Well done for his teammate Justin Allgaier, 36 years old. He is the oldest of the championship.
How do you think poor Sam Mayer feels? He ruined the All Junior Motorsports Final Four.
And his 5th appearance here in the championship 4. And he said to me, this time around, I'm the most at peace and relaxed and having the most fun of any time.
Should have wore my Allgaier shirt today.
Because he said at the white flag last week at Martinsville, we were out. We got a gift to be here racing for a championship. He said we are playing with house money. We've got nothing to lose. And I think that makes the 7 car incredibly dangerous. This could finally be the year that Justin Allgaier gets that elusive NASCAR championship.
Thanks, Parker. Getting ready for the green flag to fly on this race. And Steve, it's a relatively short one, so that means that every time they're on pit road, very important.
No mistakes.
Yeah, it's only a 200-lap race, right? So the first and the
This
second
race will
stage,
fly
200
by.
laps. They're going to go by in a blink. Now that final
Who's going
stage,
to do the Chastain move today? Because that turn 1 and 2 over there is pretty flat.
90 laps, so we know it's going to require a pit stop,
I'm
whether that's
going
on
to
the green
bet
or if they get a few
somebody
yellows,
today or
they're gonna
tomorrow
get the biggest
tries
gains.
the Ross Chastain move.
Overall, there's a lot
I'm
of
gonna
challenge.
bet on that.
Really, the pit road speed
You guys
see at
wanna
45
bet on
miles
that?
per hour, that is going to be a key to this. This is
For a
very long
championship?
pit road.
Yes, somebody will
It
try.
starts over there off the exit of turn 2, comes all the way down through 3 and 4, has some curve to it, of speeding penalties. You know, taking yourself out of contention to the back of the field at any point during 200 laps, that could be the difference between a championship or not.
Jeff, we've talked a lot to these Championship 4 drivers, and we've just seen kind of the presence that they have given. Which one stands out as far as ready?
Well, Karen, once again,
Well, you know,
Dale Jr.'s too fucking nice, too.
when we spent some time with
I wouldn't
him,
encourage them to wreck Ty, but I'd be like, don't give him a break.
This guy was racing late models,
Fuck him
trying
over.
to work his way up. Wasn't even thinking about
he never been at this level. He was just focused on late models. He is a little bit older than those guys. This is his first full-time year, but
You can't wreck Jesus himself.
his mentality, I like his approach, and I think this race, Steve, with no stage points, it just comes to who can finish the best of the four. I think that plays to his favor. He's a really good race car driver, patient, calm, is able to take the whole race in.
Let's listen into his radio, a little pep talk.
All right, man, we appreciate you getting our organization and our team where it needs to be this year. No matter what happens, we care about you. We're in this together, buddy. Good luck. Thank you, Richie.
All right, Steve.
You know who couldn't have made this happen? Michael Annette.
Is he the guy today, or
But Josh Berry sure can.
Such a flamboyant, I guess, entertainer when he gets behind the wheel.
Old Nick Sanchez there in the 48.
He won that about middle of the week where he
You don't want to be the guy that goes off into turn one on the first lap and wrecks half the final four, right?
But I think the fastest car in the field is at 54.
Ty Gibbs, Sammy Smith making up row one. As we get
Great
ready
launch
for
by the 54.
It's underway here in Phoenix.
And down on the apron they go. Ooh, Sammy Smith. 3 wide in the middle.
6 wide. And
Sanchez to second.
the 9 of Noah Gregson.
Noah looks like he stopped going into one. 18 slides in front of him for third. 54's already checking out.
Underneath him is that 19 of Brandon Jones. We know those guys had a problem last week. Said, Noah, I'm sorry, Brandon Jones, he wants to get in front of that pack. Get back to Ty Gibbs. I know it's early in the race, but he sees Ty up front, and he wants to go win this race.
Yeah, he knows what he's shooting for. He wants to get up in front of the 54. That's the 19 of Brandon Jones. They stay 2 wide behind him.
Pretty clean so
Again,
far.
this first stage, 45
Single
laps.
file all the way back to 7th.
It doesn't matter points anymore for the championship 4. Doesn't matter for stage points. All that they're worried about is finishing in front of the other 3 championship 4 contenders.
On board with Justin Allgaier and this Goodyear onboard camera. I think this is the biggest challenge. There's an advantage for Junior Motorsports to have 3 cars in the field, but this is the challenge. Allgaier is going to race the 8 very difficultly as you see the 8 kind of move around the back, but he has to be patient. You know, he can kind of move or be aggressive with everyone else in the field, but his own teammates, I think he has to use a little caution early.
Look how loose that 8 car is. Josh Berry really chasing that car into the corner. Allgaier taking advantage of it. Josh is just way too loose right now.
Big shortcut there by taking the apron, and he's able
I
to
wish
do
I had a
it.
voice.
So Allgaier
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Big stack up here. What the hell? The 2
just in front of
looks
him.
like he stopped in front of
Very difficult situation
Hemrick and
for
Allgaier.
He had to
And
check
Berry's
up
going to
for
pass them all.
The 11 of Daniel Hemrick.
I'm not sure it wasn't
Thought the 11 was going to spin.
The 11 as they entered turn 1. It was hard to tell on the onboard with the 8, but looking kind of through the 7, it was very close to the 11, and the 11 got sideways. That's what jacked the 7 up. Let's take a look at it, Jeff.
Yeah, here you see it. 11 car gets it, actually gets it in the
Ooh.
back of the 2.
11 tried to make a nice move. Wasn't clear of the 7. Almost spun. That would have been 2 final 4 guys right there.
Right there.
Hemrick was sideways to save it.
Remember what I said about you don't want to be the guy who takes out half the final 4. Hello, David.
These guys didn't qualify in the front, navigating their way through.
It's good
all
to
of
be
that.
back.
It's a long way to go in this race. You just don't want to have a problem early.
Sad AJ didn't make the final 4. That douchebag Ty Gibbs made it.
Third of that's indicated behind the 9, so Gregson passed the 48 for third. He's slowly working his way
Goddamn.
back up. He's already to the back bumper of the 18 of Sammy Smith. Look at the 9-car corner entry. Good pace, good stability. I know you love to see that left front tire get to the yellow line, Jeff. That's what you've been talking about all weekend. That's the groove you want to see for the flamboyant Noah Gregson. It's patience. That's what I like to see. He's one thing out of a race car, but behind the wheel, look at this right here. Just patiently, methodically working his way up on this 18.
Yeah, this Bass Pro Shops camera giving us a great view. Watch what Noah does. He's going to turn sooner than that 18 car. Try to get to the bottom. See, Smith,
Okay, that's you.
Noah trying to take advantage of it, trying to take the air off the back of that spoiler.
Noah, one of the drivers that tried to downplay the one race for a championship mentality because of the fact that he won 8 races this year. He's been the dominant driver as he just works his way to the inside. And
Noah's going for second, but he's already 2 seconds off of Gibbs.
But Noah Gregson said, you know what? One race for a championship. I look at our season. I think our
Good God.
season has
The
been
2
better
worst
than anybody
options are
else.
running a 1-2 right now.
Spent some time with him in the pre-race show down there, and he had a speaker with him, had some music playing. He was free. He was loose.
I'll be happy if Gregson wins if he spins or fucks over Gibbs to do it.
And I don't think he talked about it a lot
That's the only way I'll accept it.
At Junior Motorsports mean a lot to him. When we sat down this week, he said it just flew by. Like, it feels like I just showed up at Junior Motorsports. I will always be indebted to this organization for what they have given me for an opportunity. But for a guy that is normally the guy you want to go party with, you can see that emotion. This means a lot that he's leaving at the end of the year.
Steve, I absolutely concur with that emotion he has for his team. I add to that the emotion that he had, or actually maybe the calm, cool, and calculated words that he had regarding Ty Gibbs. Ty is the car in front of him now leading the race. He's 2.5 seconds back. Remember what he said this week, how hard he would race Ty Gibbs if he wanted to. He called him out for being
He's over 2.5 seconds behind Gibbs.
He said the championship had
I love Gregson, of all people, calling something somebody else did inexcusable. Like, that's fucking funny, Ron. I mean, is the irony lost on anyone? Oh, Saint Noah over here. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Says the asswap that does that.
On Thursday about his dislike for Ty Gibbs. He didn't hide it. He just seemed like he relished the moment.
Played it up and actually was stirring the pot at every opportunity he could. Maybe playing a little more mind games than we had even seen from Noah Gregson throughout the season. Barney.
Hey, Rick, on the topic of Ty Gibbs, last week at Martinsville, I asked him earlier this week in our conversation, I said, what was your toughest conversation throughout the week? He said, honestly, bringing the entire Xfinity shop together. I mean, all the teams, every employee, and he said it was my idea. He got emotional, even cried, I'm told, in that meeting.
Oh, Jesus wept, guys. You heard it. At the Gibbs meeting this week, Jesus wept.
To build this team, to build this family culture, and I destroyed it in one selfish move. I can't take that back, but I have to learn to not be selfish with moves like that. So, Jeff, I'd love to get your opinion on this. He seemed very contrite. He seemed like he was truly sincere in his apology. Do you agree that's how Ty Gibbs kind of presented himself to us on Thursday?
I feel like one-on-one, Ty Gibbs did a really good job of presenting himself to us. Was very honest, very straightforward, looked us in the eye, gave us his opinion, admitted his mistakes. And I left that meeting with him.
What the fuck? Oh, he admitted his mistakes. He admits every fucking mistake, but he keeps fucking making them. He's a dipshit. Jesus. Literally. Jesus.
Yeah, said he was very selfish. He was thinking solely of a grandfather clock. He knew that at the end of that race, if you win, you get a grandfather clock. He wasn't thinking of anything else and felt terrible about it. And now he doesn't feel too bad about being out front. 3.4
Landon Castle, top 5.
Noah Gregson. You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship.
Noah Gregson driving away.
USA.
I mean, not Noah Gregson. Ty Gibbs driving away. Noah trying to run him down. Delirious here. I've only been back for a couple of days. Well, that jet lag on the West Coast was no joke. Falling asleep in my chair at like 8 o'clock at night the first night I was there. I watched the Ravens play the Bucks and barely stayed awake. How about those first place Atlanta Falcons, huh? What a way to win it. Falcons had the game of the century with the P.J. Walker Carolina Panthers. It's one of those games I couldn't believe was real. When I was on the cruise in the morning, the first thing I saw, I shit you not, I turned on my television at 6:45 West Coast time. And saw a little bit of Jags and Broncos, and the first thing I saw was Russell's interception, and I was like, pfft. Well, and then I got to watch the first half of Eagles and Steelers, and it was becoming a blowout, so I fucked off and did something else, and then I came back for the 4 o'clock game and watched the second half of the 49ers and the Rams, and saw all the highlights of all the other games that were going on. Hanging out with some Dolphins fans, friends of mine, on the cruise, some good people. They were big Dolphins fans, and I was fucking with them, right? Because my friend Scott was wearing his number 72 perfect season Dolphins jersey, and he had this other guy with him that I didn't know. And I said, wait a minute, the Dolphins went undefeated? And the guy was like, that's my thing. I love fucking with Dolphins fans. Pretend that you don't know about 1972. Pretend that you don't know. And Scott knew I was fucking with him. I was like, what? The Dolphins went undefeated? When? Did they really? Never heard of it. So that got a good reaction out of the guy. That was like, I'm fucking with you. And then I watched the first half of Browns and Bengals on Monday night, and I watched it with a couple of Browns fans, actually. Met this couple. They were from Ohio, big Browns fans. Didn't see Bills Packers. Right before I went to the Kiss show, I flipped on the TV and saw the score and was like, oh, well, not missing anything there. Gibbs, Gregson second, Allgaier fifth, Josh Berry eighth. It's still early.
And up front, it is young Ty Gibbs. Gregson still 3.5 seconds back from Gibbs running in that second spot. Parker.
And Rick, one of the fastest of the championship 4 right now, started back in 11th and is all the way up to 5th, and that is the 7 of Justin Allgaier. He told us this morning this is the best car he's ever had at Phoenix. You know, historically, around this race,
Allgaier for fourth. He's caught Sanchez.
But I asked about that. He said, no, this car is so good.
Everybody racing with a lot of respect right now, because the guy everybody hates is out front, and the other guy everybody hates is second.
That he had all weekend. They got a lot of speed in that thing, though.
And Parker, for his teammate Josh Berry in the 8, it's sort of the opposite. They are really, really loose. We saw that from the Allgaier onboard just a few laps ago. He is loose everywhere, entry, middle, and exit. Now, don't be too alarmed, because they always know that they get a little bit better as this race goes on, and that was something that crew chief Mike Gardner made note of. He said everything that we do in this race, especially early on, is just to set us up for the end of stage 2. Track position, adjustments on the car. We want to be at our best at that point in the race, and keeping up with the track too as it continues to get cooler here. Don't expect this 8 car to be struggling for long. He'll get this thing tuned in, and he'll be coming through the field in a hurry.
Halfway through stage 1, and Noah Gregson's car is coming to him as he starts to reel in the 54.
Let's cut a couple of tenths off that lead now.
54 has caught traffic. And to your point,
Yeah, it could be the 54 with a little bit of traffic.
There's the 9 right here.
These first 2 stages are too short to really do anything without cautions. It's all about just maintaining position, improving if you can.
33 cars still on the lead lap. J.J. Yaley right now the last car on the lead lap.
Great shot right here. Let's take a lap around this very interesting, very unique racetrack. Watch what the start-finish line is on this racetrack. Right on the exit of turn 4. Then the front straightaway is a dog leg. Very tight dog leg. Sometimes you can skip it and run down through the apron. And then 1 and 2 is very much like New Hampshire, Steve. It's a very long corner. Takes forever. Just forever going around that corner. Wait for, seems like a long time to get it back in the throttle. And then downhill into turn 3. Extremely heavy braking zone. Noah just wrapping that yellow line, keep it on the bottom, and accelerate, coming to the start-finish line. Very unique racetrack. Dave.
And it's good to see him moving forward now, at least for his team, because...
Yeah, I got to tell you, when I was on the KISS cruise and I looked at the NASCAR Facebook page, I freaked out for a second because the first thing I saw was, and the checkered flag is out, Bubba Wallace wins. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, what? But it wasn't the Cup race. I was like, oh, wow, fuck. I was like, I wish it was. That had me happy for a moment, and I was like, wait a minute, what?
This combination of Noah and Luke has really been impressive. It's hard to believe it's their first year together. Nothing other than the date he was hired says that, right? Their friendship, their success on the racetrack. We know they're moving up together at Petty GMS, who now has joined
Dave Ellens.
Well, he has Jimmy Johnson now as part of that ownership group. Dave Ellens, who was Noah's crew chief before, is already there. So it's going to be a lot of familiar faces. It's going to be interesting to see how they do on Sundays. But I asked Luke about that move, and he said, to be honest, I haven't had time to think about it. Every ounce of focus is in for this weekend.
Comes Josh Berry. My parlay is dropping back. Brandon Jones, he's back to 8th now. Berry just passed him. Allgaier up to 3rd. So we got 3 guys running for the championship. 1, 2, 3. Josh Berry's lagging behind in 7th. Ooh, loose underneath the 19. Now you got Dale Jr. on the pit box. You know that's when shit's getting real.
And he told us, he said, I'm thankful I have 3 cars here. But, if we are not able to pull this off, what do I say, right? And he knew how tough the 54 is going to be in competition. So
7 wasn't kidding. Allgaier called it. Good long run speed. They're about 20, 25 laps. He just took off. Gregson's got Gibbs' lead down from 3 seconds to 2. So they're in the hunt. Barry looks like he's probably about an adjustment or two away from even being close. He looks tight. It's better than it was, but it's still tight. It looks too tight to me. Now he's getting loose off the corner. He's not driving in on anybody, and he can't get back in the gas off.
Brandon up the racetrack. It's an opportunity. Brandon's been running that line. And
Jones going to race the JRM cars like they're his teammates, because they're about to be.
So that's why this pass has been hard for Josh to make.
So I think your assessment of Josh Berry's weakness is absolutely right. His fire-off speed, his aggression off the truck or right away as we see a car up against the wall.
Oh, whoa. There's a car stopped in the middle of the track.
There's the caution. It's come out.
And there was no caution. Now there is. What the fuck? How many cars drove by that 08? Jesus. Fucking put it out.
It looks like the right front tire down, a little bit of damage to the right front.
I'll turn my fan on, it's hot.
So he definitely made contact with the wall.
The right front looks like it's pointed in the wrong direction a little bit there, Steve. Clearly some damage.
You know, always when they paint the walls at these tracks different colors, you know, it always seems to show up a little better. Right here, the bright blue walls of Phoenix, unfortunately for Brandon Brown, you see streaked all the way down the car. This one's going to be hard to continue.
Pretty hard. I tried getting in the brake as soon as, because I was turning it, it blew. It darted straight at the wall. I cut it left, just stayed in the brakes, but didn't slow down at all.
He said it blew. I assume he's talking about a tire. That's good feedback from the driver. Unfortunately, it doesn't help the situation, but helps us understand what he was battling.
Most likely a right front tire, and only 45 laps. I'm sorry, 31 laps so far on the green. You wouldn't think tire wear or anything like that, so it must have run over something.
Try to take a look at what happened here.
Oh yeah, you see in middle of the corner going straight up in turn 2. Man, pretty hard contact. That's an area of the corner where, thankfully it wasn't on corner entry. I mean, I know it was still a hard hit. Corner entry, though, was the max speed of the corner, so a little bit farther around. Not with you, Jeff, but only 31 laps. Just unfortunately maybe run something over or had an issue with the car that caused the right front to go down. And this is the anxiety of all these crew chiefs. If you're the crew chief of the 54, it doesn't matter how fast.
Yeah, I have big anxiety about NASCAR letting a car park sideways in the middle of the groove and not throwing a caution. I'd be very concerned about that too if I was a crew chief.
You can't let that stuff bother you or change you. That's racing. That's what this is all about.
Does somebody get off cycle here, Steve? With just now 12 to go until the end of the stage?
The championship 4, I don't believe I would. I think there's an opportunity. You could pit here, and then stay
Too
out
early.
the stage.
I'm going to stay on sequence.
Try that. With 4 sets of tires,
Unless I'm a Brandon Jones or somebody else.
45 laps is almost just like an extended practice. Figure out what your car is doing, make the right adjustments, and really focus on that final stage.
Just a couple cars have turned onto pit road, so we'll slip away quickly for a break. Be right back for the restart here at Phoenix.
Oh, man. Sorry if my fan's blowing in the mic. I've been going through temperature whiplash for the last week because on the West Coast, lovely and warm during the day, sometimes hot, and then it got cold as fuck. Several nights on this cruise were just Arctic fucking cold. And Paul Stanley was cracking me up at the Kiss trivia thing. He was starting to get irritated because we were all outside and they're doing the trivia. And Paul goes, "Hey, I got a Kiss trivia question for you. When did Paul Stanley want to go back to his fucking room? Now." That was funny. It was cold. I never thought I'd be wearing a coat and pants and layers on the Kiss cruise. It was fucking freezing. Next year we're going back to Miami, thank God. It was neat to go all the way out to the West Coast. Fell in love with In-N-Out Burger. Love In-N-Out Burger. Got to see the desert. Never been to a desert in my entire life. I was living in one for a day. I stayed out in the desert with my friend who chauffeured me around. Picked me up at the airport. Dropped me at the hotel in L.A. picked me up after the cruise, dropped me at the airport again. I'm with so many cool people for the entirety of the last week. Everybody was so happy to help each other out. West Coast ain't for me, but it was neat to go there. Sure, I'll be back there again one day. I was staying near Riverside, Ontario. I could see signs for Fontana. So the NASCAR fan of me was like, I should come back out here and go to Fontana. Next year would be the year to do it because, you know, they're getting rid of real Fontana. I'd love to do that. I'm not going to pay the price for the plane ticket to get out there, but it'd be fun.
Justin Allgaier drove from 11th up to 3rd, but take a listen to some issues he may be having on his radio.
So I have lost all dash, everything's out. It's not cycling or anything anymore.
Battery trouble for Allgaier. Car's running, but he has no electronics other than the radio, it seems.
So let's break this down for a
No
second.
dash, no anything.
Gauges that give you engine temp, oil temp.
That's going to make pit road speed a little complicated.
Be that water temp if you want to start adding tape as we go cooler into the night here, but he did also add, I don't care what any of those gauges say, I'm not pulling in at any point in this race, of course.
No, but Parker, you know, you're absolutely right. This race is going to
Running third. We're going to have a Gregson Gibbs restart side by side for the first time today. Stage points don't matter, so it's just about getting the lead and holding the lead.
But as the light starts to come on, as you see him on your camera here, right, and the sun starts to set, a lot of these guys are going to start adding some tape to the grill, and it's going to be very hard for Jason Burdett to make that decision with any sort of confidence, not knowing what the water temperature is. So that could be the smallest of details that takes away an advantage that the 7 might have had.
Stage 1 ends in just 8 laps, so it will be a sprint to the finish of stage 1. Noah Gregson, he's now beside the 54, so that gap that Ty Gibbs had built completely gone as we get ready for the restart.
Looked like Noah was about to spin the tires. Maybe he did a little bit. Ty's clear. Noah's a little slow on these restarts.
Side by side for second. Allgaier trying to work that.
Ooh, Mayer. Back down, back off. Thought he was going to run over Josh Berry there. He's 3 wide now. Way back there. Josh Berry up to 5th now. He gained 3 spots on this lap.
Josh Berry, the only one that stands between him and the other 3 competitors, is Landon.
You know, if stage points don't matter, why do we throw cautions for stages in the championship race? Asking for a friend.
He gets everybody bunched up. He's an 18 car. He's way down on the bottom. He pitted to put tires on.
Well,
Sammy Smith pitted for tires.
Brand new tires as far forward as
Was he the only one, or did AJ do it too? Oh, good God, what a miss!
sliding up, the 23 trying to give him room.
3 wide for 15th. Hemrick making it 4 wide here on the front stretch.
48 car on the outside of 3 wide. He also put tires on.
Speaking of 48, Jimmy Johnson's back next year part-time, and apparently, oh, the 18 washed up under the 48. Thought he was going to take him out. He stayed off him.
These guys are important for those playoff drivers because they're going to see how successful those tires were and put that into their data for later in the race. You get that long final stage of what are tires worth, where can you restart? This is all information they're learning.
That is a hell of a crowd for an Xfinity race.
Now has a half a second lead over Noah Gregson. Allgaier a second back.
Only a half-second lead for Gibbs this time.
Just under 2 seconds behind Gibbs.
And this is one thing that
Got a little loose off of 2 there.
Noah Gregson, Allgaier, they're both learning where it is this 54 car is faster than they are on a short run. Clearly that 7 and 9 both have good long run speed, but they might need short run speed. They're close enough now to understand, okay, he's beating me in these areas. these areas and relaying that information to their team so they make the changes needed.
Gibbs.
That is a hell of a crowd for an Xfinity race.
That is a half a second lead over Noah Gregson. Allgaier a second back. And he
Xfinity
Steve, what do you always say about long runs and short runs?
Yeah, there's a short run in every long run. So even though you have a good long run car, you can't give up the time on the short run. And here's the 8 of Josh Berry finally getting the move to the inside of Landon Cassidy.
Berry fourth.
I think this is the point where if you're on the 10, you've raced the 8 very, very hard. But once the 8 gets the dominant position,
Now they're 1, 2, 3, 4.
championship races, right? You gotta kinda
3 to
give
go
up
on the
that
first
slot.
stage.
And this is what we've seen virtually every year of the championship. The 4 running for the title are running together. 1, 2, 3, 4 right now on the racetrack. Gibbs looking strong early in this championship race. Almost a second advantage now over Noah Gregson running second. And now just 2 laps to go in stage 1.
It's important also, Ty Gibbs has dominated this race, sitting on the pole, led the whole thing. What can he do to make his car better? They can't get complacent also. They've got to be working hard. How can it be better? What little
Nah, get complacent. Jesus can conquer all. He doesn't need any adjustments. The 54 is perfect. He makes no mistakes, and he's got the Lord on his side.
They give Ty Gibbs whatever he needs. Final lap now.
My brother in
Stage
Christ.
1. The gap still at a second. So Gibbs, Gregson, Allgaier, Berry running 1, 2, 3, 4. They've separated
Our
themselves
God is an
from
awesome God. He wins stage 1 at Phoenix.
He wins stage 1. His 9th stage win already this
Our
year.
God is an awesome God. Ty Gibbs won stage 1. Who cares? Ozzy. My cat's been ignoring me since I got home.
Gibbs, Gregson, Allgaier, and Berry.
Ozzy.
That's the way they end up in
Come here,
stage
buddy.
1. Still 2 stages remaining here from Phoenix.
Come here, buddy. Cat doesn't want to let me touch him. I think he hates me a little bit now. He's like, how dare you leave? Oh, yeah, handling's going to change a bit. It's far from over. Somebody's going to make a mistake, a bad pit stop, bad restart, something. Wish Brandon Jones was running better. Let me ask you guys, because I can't remember the point situation. Was Gibbs looking good for the Final Four, or did he need to wreck Brandon Jones? I was at home last week. I can't remember. Did he need to wreck Brandon Jones? Or did he just do it because he's a fucking dipshit? Let me see how that fucking fan sounds in the mic. It don't sound that bad. You guys can handle that. Got the fan on low. So he's a fucking ass. You could have knocked out a junior motorsports car from the Final Four. I mean, I understand wanting to win, but race clean. If you can't get it done, so be it. You're in, and it would knock another JRM car out. But nah, he wrecked his teammate. That's what I thought. I remember thinking when I saw the clip, I was like, he didn't need to do that, did he? Because Cameron actually messaged me. We were sailing away on the cruise, so we were still within cell phone range. And I got a message from Cameron going, man, Ty Gibbs is a piece of shit. And I was like, what happened? And he sent me the clip. So I saw that right before we got out of service range. Hey, Earl, how you doing?
So the concern now for the Championship 4 are the handful of cars that pitted at lap 34. We had the 48 of Sanchez, the 18 of Smith. We saw Allmendinger, Hemrick, Herbst come in and use those fresh tires to kind of drive back up at the field, the highest being 7th. But I'm assuming that the reason they pitted at that point is because now they're going to stay out on the racetrack. And we'll see if that comes true. But if that does, we're regardless of how good the pit stops are for the championship 4, they'll now be in traffic. Now, you still want to be the first of the 4. But we talked
What an
about control of the
ass.
race a lot.
Didn't even need to do
Control
that and
of
wrecks a
Ty Gibbs'
teammate.
race. He sat on the pole. He dominated the restart.
Do I think Ty Gibbs is the most hated driver right now? Probably, but he shouldn't be because I hate Noah worse.
Must be beat, right? He has
But
to
Noah,
lose the position.
as I said earlier, Noah's just trying to dogpile on Ty Gibbs to take all the heat off of him because he's such a little asswap.
Very, very interesting. Dylan.
Josh Berry said he found something in turns 1 and 2 on that little short
That's
run,
the only
but he's
reason
still too
Noah's
loose.
bandwagoning on that. Oh, I don't like Ty Gibbs. Don't you guys agree? Yeah, fuck him, right?
Make an air pressure adjustment on the 8-car, Parker.
Ain't gonna fool me, Noah. I still know you're a jackass.
Brake adjustment, and that hurt me on the restart, so I know not to do that for the future. He just needs that car to have a little more entry stability down into turn 3 and 4. He said if we can get 3 and 4 better,
Ugh.
it's going to be really good. 4 good tires for him, Dave.
Really slow stop for Josh Berry. Slow stop for Noah. What it looked like to me. Slow stop for Allgaier, but it's better than Berry and better than Noah's, I think. Gibbs wins the race off pit road easily. Brandon Jones second, Castle third, Allmendinger fourth. Gregson and Allgaier each dropped 3 spots, and Berry's not in the top 10.
You do not even see the 8 here on the screen. He had that bad of a pit stop.
Well, that's not great. That's not ideal.
There will always be bumps in the
Got to at least stay up front to get a chance to get this fucker on restart.
Box with Brad, KP, and DJ. Guys, who's the leader?
Michael, I hope we're in for some fun tonight.
Yeah, and we've seen
Some
Ty
drama.
Gibbs take control of this.
I missed all the good Martinsville
Just as he
drama.
said,
Just had to watch it secondhand.
three, of the junior motorsport.
Remember, I picked Christopher Bell to make the Final Four.
Oh, absolutely.
Woohoo, I'm a genius.
It was choreographed. As all 3 of these cars only got 1 pump on the jack, and it's not enough. So maybe it was something that was game plan. It was poor execution, though, by all 3.
Yeah, we talk about what a team sport this is, and when you're trying to win a championship, everybody has to do their job. And this whole group didn't make things happen, and the smoke you see coming out of the junior motorsports cars on the racetrack is coming out of the drivers' ears. They are not happy right now, guys.
No, not happy at all. We see the 9 car right here. One more pump to get it up for the left rear. Had a slow right rear. Steve, great call, man. Great. Thank you for pointing all that out to us, man.
Well, one of the struggles here at Phoenix is you have to set so that there's like chains in the back to pick the tire up when you jack it up. And because of that crazy front stretch and the flat corners, the car rolls, and you don't want that chain to try to pick the tire off the ground on the racetrack. I can assure you, you will be awful. So basically, it seems to me all 3 cars had the same setting,
but that setting didn't get communicated to the
Or Rick
picture
Hendrick
because
might
the
give
jet
Jimmy
man
Johnson the
wanted to
48
be
number
fine.
next year.
All 3 cars
So
with the same
Bowman might be
issue.
in for another
This is
number
something they
change.
can resolve, but the damn job, this stop's been done. Rutledge.
Rick, you know, I'm always trying to find the best seat in the house, and I found it for this championship battle. It's right here. This is dinner in the sky, and these folks are about to go 150 feet up in the air on this Stafford crane. This team actually helped rebuild the speedway. They brought their friends down from Dinner in the Sky, Canada, to make this all possible. I'm going to get up there tomorrow, but guys, I wonder if you got up there, could you see Dale Jr.'s stress level right now?
Right, I'm going to tell you, it's a good thing you told me you were going up there tomorrow.
Yeah, how's car owner Dale holding up right now?
Safely outside the fence.
We haven't done it yet. Got the talking part done. Now we got to see it in the air.
Well, it looks like the 18, the 48, and the 26 stayed out. Cass Gralla, Sammy Smith, and Nick Sanchez. Names I'd love to see more of in this series, especially Sanchez. Riley Herbst out there as well. So Gibbs is going to be in traffic for the first time today. Makes a great move to the bottom. Down way on that inside, shallow corner entry. 48 washes up under the 18, and the fucking 54 just grips all the way to second already. That's a lot of speed, and the other championship cars are nowhere even close. This might be the easiest path to a championship I've ever seen. So Gibbs has made up the difference from the cars staying out. The other 3 guys struggling. Sun is back out here. It looked cloudy earlier. Now the sun's shining again. Ty Gibbs to the lead. Brandon Jones third. That's important for me.
Gibbs is going to try to check out again after leading 50 laps, and he'll start adding to that number.
Wow. Such tight racing right here.
Ooh, a little bump from Allgaier to the 98.
The 98.7 of Allgaier.
Sun right in their eyes going into turn 3 now. 8's getting wiggly under Allgaier, Allmendinger. Noah to the inside of Allgaier. They go all the way down to the apron. Ooh. Almost touched. They both passed the 98. They got speed, but that 54 is going to take off and get a huge lead again. It's just going to be a battle to get back to 3rd or 2nd place and have a chance on pit road.
After losing the spots on pit road, he's trying to gain them back now on the racetrack.
Well, the 54 has the lead, but it happened because of an aggressive restart. The rule is you cannot change lanes before the start-finish line. We've seen multiple penalties here before, so let's take a look at this replay. I'm going to start frozen. This right here is Ty Gibbs. Here's the start-finish line.
One behind
not change lanes before that. I'm sorry. Yeah, my circle's a little small. 2 monster cars, right? There, if you freeze it, below the yellow line, but he's definitely turning below the 98.
You could, interesting.
The tie goes to the driver. I don't want to see it be officiated quite that close, but if I'm Chris
Ty Gibbs just about changed lanes before start-finish line. You could make a case that he did. But when did God ever make mistakes? Dale, why do you make fun of Christians so much? Do you understand why now?
Because the advantage is shortcutting that dog leg. It tips you to turn left as soon as you can. You have to make sure you
God humor.
2 monster cars, no, it was 0 chance I was going to get the right one.
Nose to tail.
They can be different manufacturers, different numbers. Maybe I'll talk to him about inverting the schemes next time, like a green car with the black one.
Yeah, black one. So Gibbs is up front. He's got a 1.4-second lead now.
Oh, we got a spinner, J.J. Ailey, trying to continue his tradition of altering championship outcomes in NASCAR, 20 years strong.
So you better hope that Chris Gale has that discussion quickly, because another restart's about to happen.
Gregson only got to 6th, Allgaier 7th, Josh Berry 10th.
I think that's as close as you can get there. So he has to really pay attention. Let's take a look, Jeff. What happened really here?
Got a little help there, did he?
I think there was contact. To be honest, I got to it late. There was a car behind him. I couldn't pick him out. See the 66 spinning.
Yeah, once again, he's kind of backwards into the sight when it comes into view. Well, you know, the interesting thing is
Chris Wright, I believe, in the 68.
So what I will say is, we talk a lot about being the final race of the year because the Championship 4. All right, let's take a look at it here from the freeze. He's already really spinning right there. What I was going to mention about the last race is you had a year of frustration build up. So if you had somebody on your list, man, you don't want to sit on that all winter long. You want to kind of get it out of the way. But back to that restart, Ty Gibbs. I don't think he did anything wrong there, but that's as close as you can get it. And you know, NASCAR, of course, doesn't want to be involved in this race. They don't want to make it a judgment call. No one likes to watch sports that's you know, decided by the referees. But guess what? If there was no referees, we'd have no healthy sports. Someone has to set the boundary. The rule is clear. We'll just see if anyone gets a little more aggressive as the race goes on.
And Steve, it's the line that the first car in that line sets too. So you can't get out of that line. It doesn't matter if you know, you think that it's the yellow line. It's not the yellow line. It's the line that the first car sets.
Yeah, but you have to the inside car establishes the lane, and that lane has to be established above that yellow line. So the yellow line and the start-finish line both are factors. And again, most racetracks, it's just not an issue. But the start-finish line is in the
Really glad to be wrapping up NASCAR season. It's been an exhausting season for many reasons.
Getting ready for the restart here at Phoenix after 3 cautions.
There will always be.
I went to Sonic earlier, dude. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I feel fine now, but I felt like I was getting sick earlier. Now I'm okay. Just tired. You know what it felt like? It felt like COVID tired. You know what I mean? I did the Kyle Petty there. You know what I mean? So when I had COVID in August of 2021, I didn't have any symptoms for the most part of it. I just felt tired, and I loved laying down. Had that same feeling today where I was just like, man, I want to go to bed. Go back and watch that live stream I did earlier. I was like, man, I just want to go to bed. So I'm probably live streaming after this race as well. We're still addicted to Gotham Knights. And I'm actually decent at the game now, so it's even more fun to play now that I'm mastering it. So we're probably going to play more of that. Hopefully my friend Andreas will join me. Earlier I did it by myself for a bit. So how about those seats they have suspended over the track? What the fuck is that? You guys have heard about this, right? They're showing it on the broadcast right now. I read about this on Facebook on the cruise. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Dylan, Josh Berry, and that 8 team, a little bit of a tough stop for them, but have they rebounded on the racetrack?
Well, he did on that restart, was up 5 spots from where he restarted originally, but here is the radio communication after that slow stop.
Be patient here. A long ways to go here. I know. Be fine.
That's all Josh said was, I know. So he knows what the deal is. He knows the job.
I trust Josh Berry.
He did come on the radio here after this previous restart and said, I'm still too free. So
Goddamn Casgrall at 20th. Did he just pit under this caution, or did he just drop to 20th? 48 and the 98 are still in the top 10.
Back of the car, still not hooked to the racetrack like he wants it to be, and that makes making those passes that much tougher. When you get underneath a guy, he pinches you off. You have to turn the wheel more as you're accelerating, and that in and of itself makes the rear tires want to spin more. Marty.
As the drivers are chosen for the restart, no conversation about the last restart for Ty Gibbs, but Chris Gale did mention staying ahead of the racetrack. Listen on the radio.
We just want to stay ahead of, just like we had practice last night. We want to keep it just very manageably to the free side. Don't let me get you too free, but we want to keep it just to that side. Yes.
Hey, Steve, when your car is this dominant, how easy is it as a team to fall into that trap to say, hey, we're good, we don't need to adjust on the car?
I think you're absolutely right. You got to keep pushing your driver for feedback. The shade's now set on turns 3 and 4. That end's going to cool. That's going to change the balance a little bit. So You know, that's what experience on top of the pit box can do. Just keep pushing those young drivers to think about what they need to be better. Interesting look off the rear bumper of the 54. Should we?
The 19 of Brandon Jones, who got punted a week ago from a win at Martinsville, now lines up behind the 54.
Don't be a pussy, Brandon Jones. Be a man. Too nice. If you can even get close enough to do anything. Oh, whoa. I thought somebody was going to bottom out over that transition to the apron and lose it. I think it was Hemrick. 4 wide in the middle back there. 48 that was outside. You got Josh Berry's in the middle of a goat fuck. The 18's passing the 54 for the lead. Here comes the 9. Around the outside of Jones for third to get to the bumper of the 54, hopefully. Pinches the 19 down. 19 gets a little loose. 9 goes wide. He's going to make the pass. 54 is going to hurry and get the lead back here. He's already back to the inside of the 18. And they both haul off into turn 1. Noah is catching the 54, who's battling with the 18 for the lead. And my 18 took off all of a sudden. Where'd this speed come from? Allgaier's back in the top 5. He's 5th. Berry up to 9th. Oh, the 54 about to clean out another teammate if he's not careful. What's up, Todd?
This battle right here is exactly what Noah Gregson wants to see. This is slowing Ty down just a little bit. Can Noah take advantage of it? See Sammy Smith? Look how loose.
Sammy Smith running hard here. Giving the 54 plenty of room, but running hard.
Into turn 3, the battle for the lead.
And pinches the 54 down. Oh, my God. He was giving him a little more room. Now, not so much. And Noah's 3 wide with him for the lead. Lap 69, nice. And Noah takes the lead. There you go. First big moment of the race right there. 18's back to the outside of the 9. But the 9's in front of the 54, which is most important. 54 is going to follow the 18, give him a little push down the straightaway. Don't know what kind of push you can get at Phoenix, but
Here comes the 54. He gets right to his bumper.
that 18's just throwing a whole monkey wrench into all of this. I love it. It's got the entire top 5 within a second of each other. 3 of them nose to tail.
All the way to the back bumper, Gibbs.
18's cleared the 9. Gibbs back to the inside of Noah.
Gregson.
9's going to cross him up, cross him over. Yep, and it's beautiful. Nails it. And here's Allgaier now. Allgaier's right on their bumper as well.
2 young drivers that are trying to master their craft.
Well, this thing changed really quickly.
Will be racing on Sundays next year.
That's not official yet, Rick Allen. Sammy Smith said, fuck you, I want to lead. Did Ty Gibbs piss off Sammy Smith and ARCA at any point in the past? I'm sure he did. I'm certain of it, actually.
Stage 2 of this championship race. And the advantage goes to Noah Gregson. He's in front of the other 3.
They've sorted it out for now.
Rick, earlier we talked about the words that Noah Gregson had for Ty Gibbs this week, but you really sense when Noah talked about this race in the championship that he wanted to show the 54 and everyone else that they could do it by racing, on track, passing, winning this race, or at least finishing the best of the championship 4. And that's because it's for the whole team. Noah loves relationships, and he loves seeing other people score wins, not just himself behind the wheel. So as he moves into second, he moves into the lead for the championship, Rick.
Yeah, we're looking off at the Toyota onboard here of Ty Gibbs, that sun in front of him. But how focused is Ty Gibbs on getting back to the bumper, at least of that 9, and trying to take back control? Remember, Steve, you mentioned the word control of the race. Right now, control of the championship goes to Noah Gregson.
Yeah, Noah, I think, is a little better, or at least as good as the 54 and 3 and 4. It's down here in 1 and 2, where I think Ty gives this car right there. It turns a little better where you can pick up the throttle a little sooner. That's where he gains the time back. Jeff, now at this end, I think the 9 actually gets through the banked end of the corner a little more.
Well, the 9 has a disadvantage because he's got...
Ty changing his line now. Noah going for the lead. 18 slipped up off of 4. All the way down to the wall. Noah clears him, takes the lead. Puts a car between him and the 54. I don't know for how long. Gibbs is following him right through. And Allgaier's closing in. Looks like he was drifting off of 2.
planted in the racetrack like he needs it to be.
Oh, 54. God damn.
Right across the nose of the 18.
Right across the 18.
Sammy Smith, no option but to lift. Either lift
I
or
wish he
let
would have
it
hooked him
there.
by accident.
How about the 7? Now back into the picture. Here comes Justin Allgaier.
Poor Josh Berry's 8th and not going anywhere right now.
Because of that lift off the throttle, and Justin Allgaier took advantage of it.
The 8 of Josh
Look at the mess
Berry,
Josh Berry's been
the
in.
Championship 4.
Ooh.
And look at how difficult it is back here. Looks like rush hour on the 405 in LA. Josh Berry, he's running in the
Gibbs is going to be in the 18 next year no matter what he does.
Sam Mayer just in front of him in the 1.
We all pretty much know that.
So Gregson has taken control of the race here in Phoenix. Gregson, Gibbs, Allgaier running 1, 2, 3.
And we got a battle for the lead as they go side by side. At least we actually get to see it. And Gibbs takes the lead back. 11 to go in the stage. At least we know he can be passed. Started to wonder if it was possible. Am I pulling for Gregson? No. I'm really pulling for Allgaier or Berry, but I'll accept Gregson winning if he fucks over Ty Gibbs to do it. And I would accept Ty Gibbs winning if he fucked over Noah. So it goes both ways. I don't like either of those ass swaps. So hopefully one of them eats shit, and that's how one of them loses, so at least I can laugh at them. I'm rooting for chaos. Damn, Allgaier to second. Don't know. It's not going to stick, though. And Gregson takes it back. And the 54 is stretching it out again. He's gone. I think these two just ran and ran and ran so hard they don't have anything now. 54 is so strong. And I know the 54 is running hard, but damn, what the hell does he have that these guys don't? Now the 18's back to the bumper of the 9. Busting up this battle. 54 is not even in the same frame as these guys. Let's not show commercials for Clash at the Coliseum. Let's just take a break from NASCAR for a couple months. What do you say?
You saw it on nonstop. Ty Gibbs able to take the top position away from Allgaier. And Gregson, as Gregson has dropped back to 3rd now. Allgaier is up to 2nd. This is how the pass was made.
Yeah, Noah's just too loose right now, and Ty Gibbs just back of the car is more secure.
Well, 54 had to work for it today at least.
Then watch this battle. Justin getting underneath and a little bit of contact.
A game of inches, maybe even less than that, fractions of inches, as Allgaier goes past the 9 of Noah Gregson up into the 2nd position. So now it's Gibbs, Allgaier, and Gregson 1, 2, 3.
And you see right there on that pass, what Allgaier did is he really brake checked Noah big time in the middle of 3 and 4 to keep Noah from crossing back underneath him. And when it did, he had to get off the gas and on the brakes hard, and that allowed Sammy Smith to put a lot of pressure on him. Good move by Allgaier to keep him getting crossed over.
See how far back now Noah Gregson has got as we look back at the Goodyear onboard of Allgaier. Allgaier a 2.5 behind Gibbs, and then another 0.8 of a second back to Gregson.
Karen, you're sarcastic, right, about the long off season. That is not a long off season. I love NASCAR more than anyone, but I need a fucking break, and I'm really looking forward to the next couple of months. And then when the season comes back, we'll all be excited again. But by the end of the year, I am fucking burnt. And I'm not even going to the track every week. Anybody else feel that way? I am burnt.
Well, I think you just saw that Noah Gregson knows right now that he's got to make his car better. And the question is, can Ty Gibbs and that team make this 54 better? Is there an opportunity for Allgaier to get in front of Gibbs? And I think Allgaier can match his pace. And I think it'd be a more difficult pass for Gibbs to get back up in front of Allgaier. But we just saw Junior Motorsports, they're going to have to clean the pit stops up. They cannot continue to give Ty Gibbs the lead on pit road. Dave.
Until they adjust on this car for Noah Gregson.
Stunning how all three JRM cars had the worst pit stops possible.
Listen to this radio from the 9.
I think if you could use the Sheldon on the exit of 2, I think it might help. Tell him to use Sheldon on the exit of 2. That's your Sheldon, exit of 2.
Sheldon, exit of 2. Noah told me this morning, instead of using a lot of different calculations and engineer speak, they watch a lot of video together and they watch what other drivers do. They know what Sheldon
2 to go on the stage.
Does on the exit of turn number 2, and he
Ooh,
told
buddy.
me when they use those phrases, I know exactly
That
what
nap felt really good. I might need another one.
Well, here, that's what they want Gregson to do. Do the Sheldon exit of 2.
The Sheldon. What the fuck does that mean?
That's fascinating that in all of this, with all of this pressure, that another driver's name is going to resort back to some video they've watched.
Was I at Martinsville? No, I was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, actually. But I saw it on my friend's phone at the buffet on the Kiss Cruise, and I was impressed.
Just watching that tape, and I guess they just spend so much time together that that's how they reference it.
Noah says he's a visual learner, and it helps him a lot just to be able to picture what Sheldon's doing.
Yeah.
Well, my guess is it's using the apron, Rick.
Yeah, coming to the green.
Ty Gibbs sweeps the stages, but it doesn't mean a thing. Allgaier second. Gregson third.
Stages in a race. Ty Gibbs wins stage 1 and 2.
Josh Berry is 10th. Ouch.
A 10-time winner in his very young career, just 50 starts. And his percentage is incredible. We'll see if he can finish it out. One stage remains.
We're almost done with the Xfinity Series for the year. I'm going to turn my fan off in a minute. Go get a sip of this Powerade. Be right back. PS5 on, charge my controller for the stream after this. I'm going to go back and play other video games soon when I get done beating Gotham Knights to death and be like, wow, how do I play these games? I got to hang out with Doc McGee on the Kiss Cruise. If you're a rock and roll fan, you better know who Doc McGee is. Doc is a really nice guy, too. Told me a great Motley Crue story, because Doc used to manage Motley Crue. Told a funny story about Mick Mars. He said they were at, I think it was Nikki's house in Redondo Beach. And, of course, everybody was drinking, because it's Motley Crue. And Mick and Nikki get in this big fucking fight. Nikki starts slapping Mick in the face, trying to fight him, and Mick just goes, I'm a fucking piece of shit. I'm going to fucking drown myself. And Nikki's like, yeah, fuck you. Go fucking drown yourself. And Mick's like, fuck you. And Mick Mars walks out of the house, goes down on the beach, and they all stand there and watch as he just walks off into the ocean until he disappears. And they're all just like, what the fuck? And then apparently A few hours later, Mick washed up on the shore, and 2 homeless Mexican dudes found him and thought he was a chick and tried to fuck him. True story. And I think Vince Neil was the one that went to Mick on the beach and tried to drag him back to the house. And Mick was like, just leave me. You talk to Doc, you're going to get good stories because he knows everybody. He's managed everybody. And Doc always stops to talk on the cruise, and he's a busy guy, so we appreciate that.
We'll see if they can correct that situation and get their drivers maybe gaining some spots on pit road. Right now it's Gibbs, Allgaier, and Gregson running 1, 2, 3. Let's listen into Josh Berry's radio.
That's what we got to do. We got to get you out of all this mess here. Probably not helping to use your stuff up there that fast. I know it's not fun in there. We'll get you fixed up. Still a long ways to go here, man.
Pumping him up.
Yeah, get you out of that mess. Right now he's running in the 10th position. And cars on pit road, Dylan.
And for Josh Berry,
All right, not quite the money stop, but the stop is a big deal. It's going to set you up for the 3rd stage. And if the stage goes green, this is going to make or break your race.
Justin Allgaier at the top right of your screen said he could have won that stage if he got by the 9 of Noah Gragson faster, just a little bit tight in the center, and needing more stability on the entry. 4 good year time for him. We'll see if JRM can clean up these pit stops, Dave.
Noah Gragson said, I need more right rear grip on exit. They're going further on the chassis adjustment they made last time. See if they get the jack up at one pump, and they're up again, Marty.
Ty Gibbs has proven to have the dominant car today, leading all but 18 laps to this point.
And Allgaier wins the race off pit road. Allgaier to the lead. Gibbs falls to 2nd. Brandon Jones up to 3rd. Noah drops. Berry remains in 10th. But Allgaier takes the lead. He said he felt like he could have won that stage if he could have stayed in front of the 9. Now I just hope he holds on to win the fucking race. What happened to Ty Gibbs? They just got beat off pit road. He only lost 1 spot. 7 had a badass pit stop. It was like a second quicker. Maybe a second and a half.
Daly and Nikki Bella invite you to the place where celebrities throw back and throw down. Armageddon. The games begin December 5th on USA. I believe Jimmy Johnson's going to be a part of that as well, so we look forward to that. It's the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship from Phoenix, and closing in on the final 104 laps of this race. Check in with the Peacock Pit Box. Brad, KP, and DJ. All right, 1 stage to go. Does Allgaier's pit stop make a big difference in the minds of these championship 4?
Let's go to Brad with that one.
I'll tell you what, I don't think so. And I'll tell you what I've noticed these last 2 stages. Ty Gibbs' car, he starts out, it's very free. But the longer it goes, the faster it gets. So the key to me is this restart. How many spots can Ty get on this restart like he did the last one? Yeah. And who can stay in front of him because he's coming?
Yeah, they're going to make him use up some tires, I think, because his tires just stay on there so long. So they're going to have to really aggravate him, if you will. Here, who's going to be able to do that? And will somebody try to run this out and maybe put on 2 tires if we go green from this point on?
That's a good idea.
The key to me is going to be what adjustments that these guys make to run with Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if they're not making adjustments, they're getting farther and farther behind. Run.
Talking about somebody behind. Let's go to Rutledge Boy.
Oh, guys, I'm down here on Dale Jr. watch. He is still on Sam Mayer's pit box, and the nerves are high.
Look at Dale Jr. being neutral, sitting on Sam Mayer's pit box. That's really funny.
He was clapping and cheering, but I tell you what, that right leg has not stopped tapping the entire time he is in that chair. I think the nerves are super high with my guy right now.
Well, he's absolutely loving what he's seeing right now with the 7 of Allgaier out front. We saw they all had bad pit stops on the first stop. They could not get the left sides up. Well, let's go back and watch this pit stop. So, bad pit stop the first time. Pretty clean on the right side. A little slow on the right rear, but not terrible. A good recovery. Watch the jack man. Watch what he does. One jack, another jack. That little bitty extra pump at the end, that gets the left rear up off the ground, and now they can get the tires on and off. That little bit of change by that crew, that made the difference right there.
And we remember the 7 crew won a Cup championship last year with Kyle Larson. That's the same crew that Larson utilized, and as well as that #1 pit stall to get the championship in the Cup Series. And you're ready for the restart.
Here we go. 1:02 to go. Allgaier's the leader for the first time on a restart today. What do you got? Good launch, but that 54 is so strong. 54 can go anywhere. He was taking the lead on the bottom. Now he's going to do it around the outside here. Look how much faster he is. 7 got tight and pushed up. And Gibbs going to take the lead right back. Hey, he's not clear. Side by side into 3. 7 ain't clear, but he's edging ahead. Beats him to the line by a nose. Still side by side. 54 is too strong. You're going to have to fucking do something. Noah, you're going to have to get up there and do something that you're willing to do. And 54 takes the lead.
The 7 and Ty Gibbs once again out front.
I think they're going to have to start paying attention to turn 1 on restarts. You think you want to pick the bottom.
At the halfway mark, Gibbs first, Allgaier second, Gregson third. I got a parlay sitting there in 4th. Oh no, my parlay is Allgaier, right? My bet is Brandon Jones, my bad. Got mixed up there.
Sammy Smith rounding out the top 10.
54's taking off again.
100 laps remain here from Phoenix.
Caution. Oh, big wreck. Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer, Ryan Sieg, the 45, the 23.
Lock it down.
That all started with Sammy Smith and that one car.
I thought they were going to wreck off a 2 last time, Mayer and Hemrick, or Sammy Smith. And it's right here with Smith, Mayer, and Hemrick. I damn, the 18 just chased him up the track and took him out. I don't know if he meant to or not, but
they were going at it the lap before this happened.
That could have been avoided.
With a long way to go, 2 young race car drivers need to recognize with about 100.
And Jeff Burton preaching truth again.
For all of this.
Well, youth at its finest, Jeff. You always talk about the Xfinity Series is about young race car drivers.
18 just drove up like nobody was there.
2 teenagers.
Ozzy.
And
My kitty.
The one car Mayer was pretty loose. Got really loose. He's already loose. And then the contact right there from the 18.
And the 98 got into the back of the 18. That put 18 into the wall as well. Getting caught up, Stephen Parsons in the 45. We saw Ryan Sieg in the 39.
Still raining outside. Right, Ozzy?
So body parts getting picked up there by the safety crew here at Phoenix.
Nobody important got taken out there, so I was worried Josh Berry was going to be in the middle of that crowd.
There are required parts to these cars that they'll have to have before they can go out on the track. We'll take a quick break. Be right back for the restart.
guys still awake out there? It's the championship. You guys are being quiet. I have an excuse. I'm losing my voice. I've been in the process of losing my voice since after that Kiss show a couple nights ago.
Search NASCAR in your app store to download. Start a free trial today. All right, so Jeff, you mentioned that they had been roughing each other up a little bit even prior to this happening in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, we just after a restart, things get really aggressive. Sam Mayer and Sammy Smith. You know, Sammy to the back of Sam Mayer, right in the middle of the corner, runs Sam up the racetrack. And then we know later on, a lap later, these two get together. The two young guys just, giving their best, trying to have a good day, and now they both have damage.
Goddamn, it's raining.
Not really unnecessary, to be honest. They'll learn. They'll race car driver. Both are fast. See that contact right there?
Pushing one on the racetrack. Steve, I mentioned certain parts have to be on here before a car can go back out.
Yeah, the deck link and the spoiler are required components. Bigger tracks, the rear tail as well. Here at Phoenix, the deck link and the spoiler was their main
I had a cookie dough blast because I felt like my sugar was dropping. And I had barbecue popcorn chicken and some fries from Sonic. That's all I'm eating today.
Yeah, he's in the wall a little bit.
I ate that and then took a nap.
He did have to come down pit road with that 18 car. Not sure what
Got to tell you, the rooms on the cruise are nice. They're very small. And the beds ain't bad, but I swear those mattresses on the cruise are a little too stiff. They've got new mattresses, and it's kind of like sleeping on a soft table.
What scares you about doing that?
I never really got a good night's sleep while I was there, but that's okay.
Someone getting into your door, someone getting into your left rear quarter panel. You control that on the bottom, you can't control it on the top. So that is the difficult part. But as far as speed in the middle of 1 and 2, I like the outside right now.
Obviously not choosing yet because we saw the 54 run right over the box. And so we'll wait for the choose here in just a moment. Marty?
Rick Ty Gibbs has also noticed the outside is rolling. They just had a conversation about what to do on this choose for the next restart. Listen.
We think bottom here. Both of you agree, like it's almost even when you look at it, but I think you can control it better from there. What are your thoughts? Copy.
A simple no. Parker, how about that? He thinks the outside's the best way to go on this restart. He agrees with Steve and Jeff.
Well, Marty, it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out here for Justin Allgaier. Earlier in the race on the first restart, he noted how he'd made an adjustment with his brakes that he didn't like. He's taken that back. But since this last restart, losing the lead to Ty Gibbs, he said nothing on the radio. The team hasn't said nothing to him about what happened there. So we'll see if the 7 decides to maybe go with the 54 to the bottom or to the outside, Dave.
Before Sam Mayer got involved in that crash, remember he's a teammate to Noah Gragson. He was running a highline that they told Noah might be pretty good. Noah's like, yep, okay, let's remember that. Call it the Sam Mayer if you want me to run that later, Marty. Dylan?
And Dave, for Josh Berry, they continue to just tell him and pump him up. Hey, we're not out of this. We got plenty of time. 94, now 93 laps to go. The one thing that Josh said, too, about this day is just not about overthinking it. We just have to put this one race together, and we'll be the champions. Now, they're working through some handling issues. He's been loose all afternoon long. And the big thing they want to do here is really kind of hoping for a little bit of a longer run to get some...
You eat chicken hearts?
He's going to have to make some moves on the restart.
Do you eat chicken balls, too?
He can race and actually drive this car. They still think they're okay.
How big are the balls on a chicken?
Try and make something out of this day as he runs 8th right now.
Yeah, 92 laps still to go when they come back for the green flag. And the choice was given to Ty Gibbs. He said, I'm going to choose the outside, and that's what he did.
Yeah, and I actually like this choice. I understand what the crew chief was saying, that, hey, it's about 50-50. We think you can control the bottom. Ty knows what he can and can't control. He feels he has to be in the top. We'll see if it works out.
I think Chris Gale, with all that experience on the box, he's worried about the 7 car being into the side of the 54. That's the only negative, is you expose yourself to that. Let's see if Allgaier takes advantage of it.
Now one of Justin Allgaier decides
92 to go. I don't see anybody beating Gibbs without using the bumper.
See how they do. The restart. Right now, 92 laps to go from Phoenix.
Well, Todd, you got a point. Rooster nuts. You got me there. Ooh, 9 going up the ass of the 54. Got him loose off into the corner. Just a little bit. Got the 7 underneath Ty Gibbs, and Ty just surges off the corner and takes the lead right back. You ain't going to beat him without hitting him. You're not going to beat him without hitting him. He's clear again. Here comes the 9 under the 7. Noah might be the man for the job today. I don't know. I heard if you eat chicken brains, you'll get really smart, though. Hey, Allmendinger's 4th for what it's worth. And the 7 and the 9 are going to ruin each other's chance. Slim though those chances may be, but you'd like to have it. Oh, damn, the 7 just doored the 9 off into the corner. He went to arc out wide in the corner and hit the 9 car. Lets him clear him. Noah's clear. Oh, another big wreck here. The 35 got spun and takes out Sammy Smith. Uh-oh. What the fuck happened? I saw Sam Mayer near that, by the way, so let's see what happened. Mason Massey got a piece of that. His right front's destroyed. Hey, it's straight. It's just down. What happened? Where am I looking?
Looks like there's contact spinning the.
I know somebody ahead of the 18 and the 1.
Yeah, there you go. The 34 contact into the.
Who's in the 34 this week?
Kyle
Weatherman.
Joey Gase.
Spun Joey Gase, and then there was a big stack up, and Sammy Smith got spun.
18 the same as this.
Saw the 1 driving away and thought the 1 might have got back at Sammy.
Top of your screen is where it all happens. It's a little contact right there, and then behind them they just all stack up.
So the 6th caution of the day has come out, which means another restart.
Well, first the decision is, we said 75 to 85 laps. So if I'm Gibbs, Gregson, or Allgaier, I don't think I'm going to come to pit road yet. But if I'm Josh Berry in the 7th position, at some point I have to look at the reality. I have to say, do I believe I can outrun the other 3? Now, the other 3 can absolutely wreck each other from what we've seen for aggressive. But is this the line in the sand that Mike Baumgartner decides? Does he say, you know what, we're going to come in, we're going to make adjustments, and we're going to fill this car up with gas. And if we get a couple big yellows, that might be what we need to make it to the end. So let's take a look. The green light is on. He's definitely staying out. See, I would have thought, I know they're hoping for this long run and thinking this 8 car is going to come in, but you asked earlier in the day, Rick, would somebody get off strategy if they had to? Would they throw a Hail Mary? I thought that could have been a Hail Mary for the 8.
So somebody do something.
Strategy. It's Gibbs, Gregson, and Allgaier.
Watching Ty Gibbs run away with this. You can't catch Jesus. Kind of jealous of some of my friends from the cruise. that had the money and the time to stay back in Los Angeles and go do touristy shit the day we got back. When we got back to port, I was just ready to go home. But now that I've been home, like, yeah, I'd like to go back and see the sights and go to fucking In-N-Out Burger again. Rumor Tom Brady interested in playing for the 49ers. Oh, just fuck off, would you? Just go home. Even though you don't have anything to go home to. Somebody lost their family. All to be second place to the Atlanta Falcons. Titans Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs in a fairly convincing win. I hope I'm wrong. Might stream that game tomorrow. I might. Depends on how I feel. If I feel like I did today, probably not.
Look at the championship four and where they're running. Familiar. Gibbs running in that first spot. Gregson second. Allgaier third now, and Josh Berry in seventh. Parker.
And Rick just is right in the thick of this championship battle, but he just came on the radio and asked his team, "Are you sure all of the wheels are tight?" They replied, "Yes." He said, "Well, there's something weird going on the rear end, especially when I accelerate, so a possible issue for Justin Allgaier in that seventh car right now."
That's questions you never want from your driver if you're the Jason Burdett sitting up there.
All right. If you're Ty Gibbs and a very vocal Noah Gregson all week long said he didn't
Ty outside, Noah inside, Allgaier outside second
would you
row.
want Noah Gregson lining up on your inside for this restart?
I would not want him there, but I think it's the right lane as far as speed. But we're going to find out right now what Noah's willing to do.
Still got to pit one more time, by the way. Another great restart for the 54.
Good restart for both drivers.
Noah pretty good too, but
As Gregson stays right
nobody
on
can
his
run the
goal,
bottom as good as 54, and Noah's on the bottom.
way down on the apron.
And there you go, 54's clear.
Surging ahead now
Allgaier's
as they
3
come
wide
out
for
of
third. Mike Snyder almost wrecked the 19. Gets doored by the 8. Want to get punched again this week? Like, what the fuck? Noah to the inside of the 54. Clear. Almost. Led the lap. He can take it. He's clear.
Commitment by Noah Gregson into turn 3. I didn't think that car would stick as far as he drove it in the corner, but it did.
Here comes the 54. Looking at the inside now of Gregson. Falls back in line. Allgaier to
Sucks I got to cheer for Noah. It's the worst feeling in the world.
Brandon Jones running in the fourth spot, and very
54
tight.
back to his inside again. They just can't hold him off. They just cannot.
Gregson has Gibbs.
He can separate from them when he gets out front. They can't separate from him.
Gregson's goal right here is just
54's got the best car he's had all year long. Allgaier said he's got the best car he's had. So what does that tell you about how good the 54 is?
able to make it happen now.
Noah's still clear. Yep. To the inside, going into 3. 54 can't get there.
Keep that 54 behind. He did not do it. Get a clean air to that 54 of Gibbs, but still pulling away. Noah with an best serve to slow the center of the corner down in 3 and 4 to not give the bottom to Ty, but what he did worked.
Gibbs so good through the center of 1 and 2. Now back to the inside of the 9 of Gregson.
Watch Noah. Watch him. Nope. I thought he might try to check up and cross Ty over.
Side by side again.
Did not do it.
They're getting so close to hitting each other.
Gregson staying up high.
Surely it's only a matter of time, right? Allgaier's right there just watching. Just maintain, Allgaier. Josh Berry's 4th now. Don't look now, but they're all running 1, 2, 3, 4.
54 sliding
And
out
Noah
of
stays
turn
clear
2.
again.
So low.
The longest I think they've held him off all day.
Now a car length and a half separate the top two.
You just get the sense that Gibbs has the best car, and he wants to be aggressive, but he's afraid, you know, to cross that limit with the best car, and Noah's not going to give him an inch. See that center of the corner, how much better Gibbs is, and that allows him to get underneath Noah.
We've heard him say the 54 is better through 1 and 2, but we think we can
To the inside again.
3 and 4, and you see the 9 of Gregson drive into turn 3.
Allgaier's right there, but not really gaining anything. He's just staying the same, no matter how long they run side by side. But he's still close.
Door to door for the lead. This time Gregson harder into turn 1, but rolling through the center again. The 54.
3 cars under a blanket now. Allgaier's there.
Now enter the 7 of Allgaier right there.
Can't believe Noah's giving him that much room. I wouldn't give him a fucking inch. Damn, what a battle.
Running way up high is the 7 of Allgaier. Let's see if the momentum works for him here as he comes up at 2. Look at the run he has. Right to the back bumper again of the 54.
If Noah gets wrecked from that outside, I will laugh.
That 54 is so good.
Gibbs has my permission to win if he takes out Noah, and vice versa. Allgaier just looking for clean air, any kind of advantage he can have. Pulling to the he's to the outside of Gibbs now. They're ganging up on him. They both might finally get in front of him. Josh Berry's only about a second behind. I can see him back there now.
Let's see what Justin does this time down into turn 1. You said it, Steve, way up the racetrack. They did not put traction compound down, but it might still be some.
Thank God there's no traction compound. I'm guessing they didn't put traction compound because they didn't like the Cup race earlier this year. And Allgaier's the second. They've got 2 cars in front of Dickhead now. Yay! Now, if only Allgaier could win this instead of Noah.
Behind this great battle, Josh Berry has worked himself up to 4th.
And once again, the championship 4 contenders run 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, watch the 7 car. Watch what he does. Drives in the corner. Oh, Noah Grayson.
Ooh, Noah, what the fuck? Thought he was going to go straight to the wall. He was just changing his line to take the air off the 7.
Lower right, corner
They told him over the radio, guys. They told him over the radio exactly what Allgaier was doing. And
And the
Gregson
54 fading ever so slightly. He's not getting off the corner anywhere, or through the center, or off anywhere like he did.
Lower right corner of your screen. JGR owner, and on the left side of the bottom there, Junior Motorsports co-owner Dale Jr. watching on as these cars battle for a championship. Remember, they all still have to come to pit road at some point in time. 73 coming up on 72 laps to go. It's Noah Gragson, Allgaier, and Gibbs. 1, 2,
72 to
3,
go.
buried to the picture.
Still got to pit one more time. In the window. Pit strategy at a place like Phoenix is always so awkward to me. Damn, Gibbs. I thought he almost spun right there. Slipping away from him, but there's 70 to go. I'm actually optimistic now that they can do this. For the first time in 133 laps, I'm optimistic. Fortunately, there's another pit stop, and you know there'll be another caution. There's no way this goes green.
The official app of NASCAR Tracks lets you stay up to date on the latest race and event information from all of your favorite tracks. Search NASCAR Tracks in the App Store to download for free. You can start using today. It's the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship from Phoenix. Now only 66 laps to go to find out who the champion will be. Gregson, Allgaier, Gibbs, Berry running 1, 2, 3, 4.
When you see where that 9 and that 7 are now running the turns 1 and 2 way up in that third lane. That and this setting sun, I think, are two changes to what these cars need to be good. The 54 is still decent, but he definitely has lost a little bit.
Josh Berry's lost touch with these guys now. I thought he was going to gain on them. He's 2 seconds back now.
Is it going to be 4 tires?
They're catching the tail end of the field. See how this changes anything.
But the adjustments, Parker, are going to be key.
Black car takes Allgaier's line away big time. Noah drove in hard and got by him. Allgaier has to go all the way to the bottom.
Well, we're not the only ones who notice. Take a listen to 7 radio.
If there was ever a question who the final 4 should be, I think you're looking at pretty awesome how we all stuck here, huh?
That's from earlier in the race, and they were all 1, 2, 3, which they are once, 1, 2, 3, 4, which they are again. And Justin told me before this race, though, in terms of
well, Michael, Brandon Jones appears to be the best car of the non-championship guys, so I nailed that. He's been 5th for a long while now.
I asked him, how do I tell people that you prepare for this race when you're such a fun guy? They know you're fun. They know sometimes you throw up after the race when you win. He said, tell them I go and talk to everybody in my shop, and sometimes those relationships build genius ideas. Someone will pull me aside and say, hey, have you ever thought about that? Spends a lot of time at the shop, and I think that's the kind of relationship that allowed his spotter to put him up in that high lane as well that's taken him to the lead.
Yeah, Dave, that's a great report about the spotter and the trust that Noah Gregson had. The minute that Allgaier was working that top, his spotter said, hey, you got to go to the top. Just like the traction compound in the spring. And lap 1, he went up there. Full trust, full sin to go up there and trust that there's grip there.
Come on, Allgaier.
Great call and a great move. Driver and crew chief working together. Now,
you can do it.
I'm starting to see that 7 car of Allgaier with a little more speed than Noah.
I think Noah ran way harder than Allgaier did to get here. We'll see if it pays off now. It looks like it is starting to pay off a bit. And Gibbs is falling off the edge of the world, it looks like. Still 3rd.
9 top 10s of the last 9 races, so momentum definitely on his side. He's been one of the best all season long, but getting better and really peaking here at the end of the season, which is exactly what you want to do if you want to win a championship. Marty, how about Ty Gibbs? What's he learning now?
Yeah, Rick, time for our Toyota driver update. Ty Gibbs trying to get back to the front. He said earlier this week after what happened at Martinsville last week, I have to drive off instinct, muscle memory, and wisdom. The second I start driving off emotion, that's when things can spin out of control. To that point, he and Tony Hirschman, his spotter, himself a 2-time championship spotter with Kyle Busch, sat down. He said, I want you to say the same phrase over and over today. Smart.
Ty took everything from Kyle. Ooh, the 7's on the bumper of the 9. Please make this pass quickly before the 54 gets back to both of you. Here's an opportunity for Gibbs and Allgaier. 54's back in this. All it took was one bobble.
Yeah, watch as they come down the back straightaway. Watch the 7 of Allgaier. He started working the outside of 3 and 4. Yep, there he goes. Going to try it again. They actually did apply traction compound to this end of the racetrack, and he's up there looking for it. Not quite the grip, but look at the advantage. Little bit of advantage he gives him down this front straightaway. He's trying to get that traction compound to fire off.
Here comes the 54. Gibbs
and Gibbs back to his inside. God damn it. Gibbs doesn't have the speed off the corner anymore. No rear tires. No rear tires on the 54.
Yeah, well, 26 laps on this green flag run. So that's about a third of the way through the tire life as these rear tires start to wear.
Big run here.
Ooh, Allgaier pushed up off of 4.
Allgaier almost into the wall.
Thought he was going to
there.
hit the wall.
Gibbs. We'll see what line he
And
takes.
lap
He
car
goes back
takes
to
his
the
fucking line away again.
down to
Here
7.
comes Gibbs.
Having to fight to the inside of the
Allgaier
first.
switches it up mid-corner. Almost cuts across the 54.
Almost across the nose
Wow.
of the 54 car. Guys, 3 and 4 is starting to fire off at the top. They're starting to go there, and it's, see right there, look at the middle of the corner speed for that 7 of Allgaier. You're going to have to change your lane. Coming into this race, nobody thought that was going to happen, but it is fired off on both ends of the racetrack.
Think about the experience of the 7 of Allgaier. 24 starts here at Phoenix in the Xfinity Series. So many more races.
Good corner for the
They're able
7.
to be on this track. 7 starts for Noah Gragson, 2 for the 54 of Ty Gibbs, and only 2 for the 8 of Josh Berry.
Winds it up off the outside. Good God. 7 brushed the wall just so slightly. Didn't lose any speed.
It's a little strike. He's all right. This is for a championship.
Using every inch of this racetrack, and Steve
Gibbs pounded into the corner there. He saw the 7 touch the wall and tried to take advantage. He just doesn't have the exit speed.
We're gonna be right up against the finish, so we still have a good 30 laps of green flag racing.
Now Noah moves up in the center of the corner.
as Noah Gragson and the 7 of Justin Allgaier, as well as
They
Ty
both
Gibbs,
dust Gibbs
all
off of 4.
fighting up here for the top spot.
Holy hell. You know, I'm very calm, actually. Ooh, Noah. Thought he was a goner. Did a slide job to get up in front of a lap car. Ozzy. Yeah, Ozzy's here. Stay out of the rain, Mr. Ozzy. I can't make it stop raining. It is pouring outside. When we got to Ensenada, Mexico a few days ago, it was pouring rain. I was like, jeez. Allgaier's been really patient. Oh, wow. What happened to the 9? Has he got a tire going down or something? What happened to Noah? He looks like he's back up to speed, but it's like the 7 and the 54 just flew by him. He slowed down so much in 4, I thought he had a flat. He seems to be okay. Allgaier's leading. Oh, I wish this last 50 laps would just fly by. Gibbs can smell the lead again. He's starting to drive it in harder. Just not making it work. Allgaier's done a good job. These two idiots have fucking killed their rear tires, and Allgaier's just been a little more patient. And his car is so good on long runs. That's why ideally this could go green, and he'd be in really good shape. But because it's Justin Allgaier, it'll never happen for him. Insert Jesus joke here about Ty Gibbs. Look at the 1 move up in front of the 54 a little bit. Let him go. Looked like Sam Mayer was about to cut him off. Big gap between the 7 and the 54. Under 50 to go. It's about time to start pitting, I figure.
Just 49 laps remain. The NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship from Phoenix. It's Allgaier out front. Now, Gibbs running second. Gragson has fallen back to third after missing the turn in turn 4. And the other 2 championship contenders pounced on him.
Oh, this racetrack is changing rapidly. Let's go back and watch Noah Gragson, how he lost his lead. He entered high.
However, it's changing. It's suiting Allgaier. Gibbs gets some fresh tires on. He'll be fine too, I think.
Entered high, and the car just did not have grip, and everybody took advantage of it.
Here comes the 54. He's within a
Bad corner for Allgaier. God damn it. Gibbs going to take the lead back. He changed his line, ran shallow. He didn't like his entry, and it opened up the bottom for the 54.
He likes that inside line. Will it work for him?
Lap car up in Allgaier's line again.
Allgaier now with some traffic. Up in the line he's preferred.
Stays to the outside of Gibbs. It's all good.
Side by side as they go down the backstretch.
Allgaier just needs to stay to that outside. I don't know what he was doing in 3 and 4 last lap.
The 54 drifting in with him.
So this pass is going to be that much more difficult for Ty Gibbs. I think Ty has a better car again, but with this outside line working, how are you going to get by Allgaier? How are you going to make this happen?
Lap traffic coming into play. Joe Graff Jr., the next car in front of them.
Oh, right to the rear bumper.
Yee, Allgaier on that yellow. Caution. Whoa. 77 blowing up down the back.
Rolling out behind Dylan Bassett.
Right as that was getting very interesting.
And Gregson all the way to the back of the 54. That was close as they were slowing down for the caution.
About to say, what the hell was Noah doing?
I'm going to tell you something, guys.
Time for the money stop.
An incredible race. These guys have been going at it. Racetracks changing.
Hopefully the run is just long enough for Allgaier to be really good.
Where is the racetrack going to go? Is the top going to continue to be the way they go? Are you going to have to run the bottom on new tires? The driver and crew chief understanding where this racetrack is going to go as far as grip and what lane you're going to need is going to be vital to who makes the right changes.
Yeah, I mean, basically the sun has set, the lights are on, the ambient temperature is dropping. Add in the traction compound and the lane adjustment. This set of changes is going to be very important. The other thing is we're going to be probably under 40 laps to go when we take the green flag. So, you know, in theory, you would never set a car up to only run 40 laps. These cars are set up to run 60, 70, 75 laps. So do you bump the air pressure up a little bit? Do you leave a little bit of fuel out for better nose weight? You know, there's a lot of calculations that are going to go into these final adjustments. And then the pit crews. You don't have to gain, but you got to stay within touch, right? The championship 4 are 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to stay inside that top 4.
Steve, this is it. This is the money stop right here for these teams. They won't have to come back to pit road. There's less than 45 laps to go in this race. Now, it all comes down to a good pit stop, pit strategy, how you get in and off of the box, in and out of pit road.
And as a driver, this is where we start to see those speeding penalties, right? You're next to a guy leaving and you're trying to creep that RPM up just a little bit. Everyone, even pit crew members, you have to, this sounds crazy, but you have to kind of stay patient and nice and slow. That is how you have to pit stops. Clean pit stops come by not running at 100% crazy. You know, run at 95%. Make sure you see every move, every tire hang. The jackman, see both jack stops.
Gregson said car was getting a little tight in the center of 1 and 2. It looked like it was pretty tight in 3 and 4.
From the football field to the racetrack, he knows when the pressure's on.
And to me, watching Coach Gibbs, the first thing I always think about with pit crews is this is football's version of special teams. You got to kick the field goal right now. You got to make that field goal that everybody just assumes you're going to make, but it's difficult to do. And this is where those guys, they've been sitting around waiting for this moment. This is an opportunity to win a championship. Who can step up to the moment and make it happen?
See the crews getting ready. The biggest day of the year right now for these teams. The championship on the line.
See, he's got that wedge wrench.
You have to take a big swing at Josh Berry's car to give him any shot. Brandon Jones is 5th. Ty Gibbs is 2nd. Do with that information what you will. And we're about to pit with 42 to go here.
Battle on the line for the Xfinity Series, and guess what? Tomorrow, the NASCAR Championship weekend continues with the Cup Series.
A lot of speedy draw on the backstretch.
That race coverage beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Countdown to green at 1:30. Get everyone set up for what is on the line for the Cup Series. And Rutledge Wood. We have very few laps to go.
Come on, Dale Jr. interview.
Yeah, Rick, and you can feel that stress on Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting those 3 cars up there in the top 4. He just looked at me, laughed, he changed his shades to his glasses, then he made that international sign for my stomach doesn't feel good right now. So the nerves are high down here, guys. It'll be exciting to see what happens next, though.
I think everyone is feeling it. The 2 owners, they got that look on their face.
I mean, if you're a football fan, who hasn't been so nervous when that kicker comes out, right? These owners have put together teams, drivers, crew chiefs, sponsors, and now it comes down to these pit crews. And let's not forget this year, the Cup Series uses a single lug nut. The Xfinity Series is still on 5 lug nuts. This whole interaction between Saturdays and Sundays is completely changed. You know, this is now
Let's go, Brandon.
completely different than Sundays. So the pit crews
Let's go Brandon into the back bumper of the 54.
on Sunday, right? What pit crew has committed to Saturdays? What pit crew, Marty, has said, you know what?
Let's go Brandon is a slang term for people who like to fuck their cousin.
Joe Gibbs Racing always known for their pit crews, but remember, on the last stop, Ty Gibbs' team lost him a spot. They cannot afford that right now. In fact, Ty came on the radio and said, hey, boys, you got this. This is where it all counts. Can they answer, Steve? What are you saying as a crew chief to your guys, knowing they did not have a good stop last time?
Well, you just remind them of all the time they put in. All the 6 a.m. mornings in January and February, prepping for what's going to come in November, what you hope comes in November. There you see the crew for the 54 of Ty Gibbs. There's a lot of experience on that.
One more stop. Hurry up and open pit road. The anxiety's killing me.
Is the experience.
That and I don't feel great.
I will say this. I've seen a lot of good pit crew guys at pit practice in a parking lot. It takes a different type of athlete to want the ball in this
18 is going to have a sub 12-second stop and take the lead. I'm kidding.
And the 7, 54, 9 and 8. No
I'd like to see Gibbs get like Truex at Homestead 2 weeks ago on pit road. That'd be funny.
Boys were still in this. They finally got the back of the car settled down so he could drive it to 4th. Now he needs help with the front turn. They'll go back on their last adjustment, take 1 round out of the left rear, 4 tires and fuel, Parker.
For Justin Allgaier, he just needs that car to be tightened up on exit. You saw how loose he was on the exit of the corners. He needs to be tightened up and to fire off.
Oh, watch these pit stops closely. Nail it. Good on the right side, I think, for Allgaier. A little slow on the right side for Gibbs, just a little. Did the jack not? Oh boy, 54 beat him out. Damn. Well, it was fun while we thought we had a chance. Gibbs, Allgaier, Berry. Where the hell did Noah go? Noah lost 5 spots. Hell, it's all on Allgaier now. It's all on Justin Allgaier now. I don't think Berry's got the car. I think Allgaier, if this run is just long enough. I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Well, I can't say there's a long way to go, and the way this 54 fires off on restarts, I'm nervous. But after about 25 or 30 laps, Allgaier gets really good, but can he make the pass? I think the biggest thing for Allgaier, the biggest break for him, is Noah not being in the picture now. I think Noah's a little too far back to have an impact without a bunch of cautions. So that frees Allgaier. I think the biggest detriment to Justin Allgaier today has been Noah Gragson, but they've just been racing hard, trying to be the one to beat the 54. Barry hasn't been this close to the front all day for a reason, so I don't think he'll do anything, but maybe the track changing will match up with him now with fresh tires. Okay.
Now, Gibbs, that's a familiar spot. We've seen him there most of the race. 96 laps he's been out front. But Allgaier second. And Josh Berry now up to third. This is the best position he has been running in all day long. Can he capitalize on it? Now, the problem Noah Gragson had on pit road, Steve, was this.
Yeah, a little bit on both sides. It starts on the right rear. Quick hands, and one lug nut doesn't come off. You're going to see he reaches in, grabs the wheel, no movement. That's because he has to go back and take a couple more lug nuts off. That happens, and then from the right to the left, don't carry over mistake. Another issue with not getting the car high enough. Left rear won't come off. Now the jack man has to hang it, so trouble on the gun and the pit stop on the left side. Once again with the jack. Big loser on this pit sequence, the 9 of Noah Gragson.
Come on, guys.
And now they'll choose. Inside to outside. The 54.
Gibbs outside. Allgaier inside.
Listen, that choose
Berry outside.
54 of Gibbs. In my opinion, he had no choice. You've got to pick the top. We've seen the top is better, but you do expose yourself.
Earl, I think Landon Castle is who we thought he was, but we can't lie. It's been a down year for 2 out of 3 Colleague teams. Colleague as a whole has been down this year, even though AJ had a very good year.
Great crew chief right there. The guys didn't have a good stop. He went down there, he talked to him. The guys, all right, let's see what we got here.
That is a great crew chief, but with 37 to go, I don't know if you're going to see that 9 car back on pit road again, so I don't know if they're going to be able to make up for it, Marty.
Remember, Ty Gibbs chose the outside last time. Chris Gale didn't love it, but Jeff, he said, this is your choice. He left the decision up to his 20-year-old driver. Ty Gibbs decided for the outside.
I hate Noah's not up here to pile drive the 54, but it gives Allgaier a better chance, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, every time out of the pipes, isn't it? Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Smoke's gone away now. I don't know what that was. All right, 36 laps. Gibbs was rolling pretty good through that restart box.
36 laps to go in Phoenix.
Hail Mary, Allgaier. Let's go. Allgaier could clear him here if he wants. God damn, Allgaier. He ain't going to make the corner. He ain't going to make the corner. No, he didn't make the corner. He kept it out of the wall, but he didn't make the corner. Yikes.
The 7 car of Allgaier kind of just shifted in there, hoping for the best, but hope's not a strategy now.
Oh, boy.
He hold these cars off for seconds.
Allgaier just takes a little too long to fire off. This race is over without a caution. He's 3 wide for second with Allmendinger and Mike Snyder. Not Mike Snyder, Sheldon Creed, excuse me. They're both the same. Oh, boy, the 2 up into the side of the 16. That gets Allgaier clear, and Brandon Jones got spun by Noah Gragson. Put it out. Put it out. Put it out. Caution, yes. Woohoo. Noah and Brennan Jones. My streaming race or NFL? A little bit of both, I think. I know the race for sure. I haven't been feeling too well, Earl. So I don't know if I'm going to do the game tomorrow night, but I might.
See, here it is right here.
Allgaier doesn't know how lucky he is with
on the bottom of the racetrack.
Creed and Allmendinger there.
And then the 19 turns to try to take advantage of it and just contact. It's a great shot.
Still bottom of 3, let her try to roll top. Still bottom of 3. Keep coming here, still out there.
We heard Noah just getting back in the gas, and then the 19 had to let off because the 2 was coming back to him.
Feel bad for the 19 of Brandon Jones. That's his teammate for next year. His teammate, current teammate, Rexy last week, is, you know, this he all gonna be teammates with that 9 car.
Brandon Jones can't catch a break.
He got spun out by the car he's getting ready to be in.
So they'll try it again. And yes, Junior shaking his head. That's L.W. Miller over there on the side of the pit box.
I'm going to tell you something. Allgaier's got to rethink the strategy. Into turn 1, he
saw him go off into 1. I'm like, he ain't making that corner. He got lucky he didn't slam the wall.
He didn't need to make the 33 laps to go, in my opinion, on that last restart. And he put himself in jeopardy of falling all the way back to 4th or 5th.
Kyle Weatherspoon's 12th.
Now he's got to rethink.
Rajay Caruth is 10th.
What am I going to do? I just tried something that didn't work. So what is it that Allgaier can do? I'm certain that 54 Gibbs is going to pick the top again. It's worked for everybody on the top the last 3 or 4 restarts. Josh Berry did a really good job on that restart. What did he learn? What can he apply? That's what they're all processing right now.
And again, they were checking up in front of the 19. He has to slow down. The 9 gets into the back of him. Around goes the 19. Caution comes out. That means another restart.
Oh, we're dragging this out and making it real stressful. Yeah, I like Rajay Caruth. Maybe the Boomers will treat him better than they do Bubba. I don't know.
Well, guys, the temperature's dropping, but the heart rates are going up. We're at that time.
Yeah, tell you what, we better watch out for the non-championship contenders.
Yeah.
AJ Allmendinger, Sheldon Creed, Landon Castle, they're fast. They're going to be a part of this conversation.
Yeah, we got 3.
Landon Castle going to get his first win here.
Be a part of this. What a great race we've had.
Gibbs and Allgaier, front row again. Gibbs outside. Barry outside second row.
30 laps to go.
You see that 7 car, every time he accelerates to warm the tires up, you see a little bit of puff of smoke.
30 to go when they get the green. The shorter runs are definitely going to favor Gibbs.
A concern or not,
The shorter the
maybe
run
oil
gets.
just getting into part of the engine, Steve, and it burning it off right here. We've seen it a few times before, but gosh, that makes me nervous.
Yeah, we definitely got our attention over this yellow more than the past few yellows.
Look at that smoke. Continue to roll out. On the right side.
He was third in stage 1, second stage 2. Now win the race, Allgaier.
To go. Allgaier on the inside. Gibbs.
Please.
On the outside.
Great restart. Great restart.
Great launch by
Allgaier, as good as you can get. That 54 is going to have the outside there, so we'll see what difference it makes. Allgaier's going to send it again. Not quite as hard. Running 54 wide. Running wide. Running wide. Running wide. Yes. Clear. 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 Josh Berry out of the groove. Ooh, bounces off the wall. 54 to the back bumper of the 7. You better not. Fucking Jesus freak. Arrow push there on the 7. He got close enough without touching him to get him a little loose. Back to the inside. Don't look now. Here comes Noah. If Noah can just get by the 2.
This race is side by side. Allgaier's got to make this outside work right
He can make the outside work. I like that outside. I like that outside. God damn, the way the 54 could roll the center on fresh tires. But Allgaier takes it from the top. Yes. And Noah's third. Yes. This is almost a perfect scenario.
Rolling center of 3 and 4. Better than anyone. The 9 of
Poor Josh Berry's out of this.
the third, but Sheldon Creed is
Just didn't have it today.
Noah overcooked the entry into turn 3. Got it there too deep. Sheldon Creed trying to take advantage of it. Feel like Sheldon gave him a lot of respect right there.
Don't make a mistake, Allgaier. Make this fucking Jesus freak have to run through you if he wants to get by you.
You saw it. The 8 car.
Early in the run, Allgaier's not bad on the bottom, but it's the tires where it's like he's got to move up through 3 and 4.
Here he is. 3, 4, 5 cars going by, and then off of turn 2 gets into the
You could stay green now, Race. I don't care. Please stay green. God, I don't know if that was a good corner for Allgaier. He looks like he got pretty loose. Yeah, he stays clear.
Gibbs still into the inside of the 7, but Allgaier using that middle line right now. And coming up on 26 laps to go.
Gibbs has a more well-rounded car. Center off. The best car all day.
Eddie DeHaan, the spotter, giving him the information of where Ty Gibbs is running down that lower line.
Gibbs is going to wreck this 7 car. I almost guarantee it. He's just going to fuck up and wreck Allgaier, whether it's on purpose or not. He just has no regard for anyone.
He's got to do a great job of getting to that yellow line. You do not want to give that 54 car clean air on the bottom of 3 and 4. That is where his advantage is. Allgaier's got to be extremely disciplined in running that corner.
He's running the line that's fastest for him, but he's giving Gibbs clean air through 1 and 2.
What is his mission? His mission is to get this car on the bottom. There you go. The spotter just said it. Don't let him get to the left rear. That's a perfect corner.
That was a great corner.
Of that 7 Allgaier.
Whoo, boy.
The 54 Gibbs was able to beat him right there. If he ever leaves that yellow line, it's going to get clean air to that 54, and he's going to throttle up, and they're going to be side by side.
Yeah, that's the best turn 2 Gibbs has had in a while. He still didn't get to the quarter panel, though. Oh, boy. He's pushing air on the lifter. He's got him loose. He's going to get to his inside. God damn it. Fight. Just stay door to door with him. You'll beat him in 1 and 2 from the outside. You'll definitely beat him over here.
The 2 fighting for a championship right here.
Woo. 1 and 2 is the saving grace for Allgaier. But the trouble is, 3 and 4 leads right to the start-finish line. So if Gibbs can just stay that close, he could do the Daniel Hemrick from last year. Or just do well enough to barely beat the 7 to the line when it counts. Now Gibbs goes to the outside. Ooh, his car didn't like that. He had a nice little run, but it looked like he was going to launch off the corner, but he didn't. That 1 and 2 is saving Allgaier so bad right now. It's really his saving grace.
Always learning at 20 years old. Ty Gibbs running in the second spot.
Again, a good run. Now he's to the top.
Now Gibbs going to the... I like Gibbs going to the outside better than the bottom, because when he gets right to that lifter, it gets the 7 loose, so the 7 washed up off the corner. Look out. And he let Gibbs go to the outside. Now Gibbs is going to take the lead over here. Allgaier, why'd you let him have the top? Why'd you let him have the top? Ooh. Clear. Will it stick? No, the 54 is going to cross him over and drive right by him down the fucking backstretch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Ugh.
Down to the high line for the 7.
Just stay on the quarter panel. Just stay there. Stay. No, 54 is clear. Never mind. Son of a bitch. Here comes Noah. They're about to be 3 wide for this. I don't like Allgaier on the bottom of 1 and 2. God, he's going to the wall. He's going to hit the wall. He's going to hit the wall. No, he saves it, but the 54 is going to drive right the fuck by him. Here comes Noah for second, but not close enough to do anything with Gibbs. Allgaier, let him go. I know that sounds dumb, but just let the 9 go. You've got to let him go. You've got to let him go. 9's clear for second. Son of a bitch. Stay right there. What happened, Allgaier? What the fuck happened?
He was very clear. He would rather not have to rough up his teammates. He wanted to run a clean race, but there was one car he would make an exception for. He feels the ticket on the 54 was opened a week ago with the move he made on the 19. Noah has not let off from that conversation all week long, and now he has 18 laps.
I've got to sit here and cheer for this ass whop.
When he gets there, what will he do?
Hopefully some lap traffic will help.
He ran the top in 1 and 2. The 54 of Gibbs. He loves the bottom. Every single week we see him on that yellow line. If Noah can make that outside work, that's an advantage to Noah. That time
Noah was a 10th quicker. That's not enough. Again, actually, they were pretty close. It was the previous lap time. My bad. Gibbs a little faster. What is my fucking TV doing? Oh, it's USA Network. My bad.
Closing now. The momentum using that high line for Gregson. Allgaier still holding on to 3rd.
Who does God like more, Jesus or Noah?
15th after his troubles coming off
well, probably Ty.
Running the top wasn't giving him what he needed. Trying something different. Going to run the top over here, 1 and 2. Steve, that's where he wants to be. He likes it up here. But going to probably run the bottom again in 3 and 4 because running the top is not gaining an advantage.
No, and with coming up to 15 laps to go, there's a handful of lap cars, but no real.
This is painful to watch.
is going to have to pick him off.
It's over without a caution. Without a yellow, it's over.
If you're the 54, if you're the 9, you'd love to see it catch him in an awkward spot like corner exit.
At that time, the 9 was a little bit quicker than the 54.
Still within half a second.
Follows him.
Just don't think he's got the car. And Gibbs is just a better driver than Noah, too. So, better car, better driver.
A championship on the line coming up on 4.
And Noah's not exactly clutch in these kinds of playoff situations, is he? See Texas 2020. See Phoenix last year.
But now with clean air, Noah's going to have to do some incredible work right here, or catch him in lap traffic.
Do the Ross Chastain. Do the Chastain through 1 and 2 just to get to him, and then just punt his ass when you get to 3 if you get close enough.
The entire race. Out front the most laps has been Gibbs at 111. But Gregson,
Remember when I said somebody's going to try that?
has led 26, and they have traded
Gibbs driving away. 10th here, 10th there. Somebody, I think Gregson might try it. Get it through 1 and 2, get to his bumper, and stay with him, and just send him off into the next corner.
Ty's just been fast on a few laps, so Noah's last few laps, so Noah's got to start searching. He's got to make something happen now. Cannot
12 to go.
get any further ahead.
The gap 0.8 of a second. The 54 trying to pull away.
Oh, Junior Motorsports, this sucks. Have such a good year. Come down to this.
Racetrack once again was Gregson. But the gap not getting any smaller. Gibbs still with almost a second lead. Gregson, how hard does he have to push it? These final 11
How hard do you think?
Noah's a little bit quicker that lap. The 54 car got loose on the
Lap car at the worst fucking spot for Noah right here.
lead of turn 4.
Noah's got to change his line. Can't carry a run off of 4. Gained a 10th this lap, though.
championship, and it's their
He gained 2. He's within 6/10 now. He gained a little bit that lap.
Gibbs
Maybe he can find something here. 10 to go.
moving up to the Cup Series.
That was a really good lap.
And
2/10.
Gregson.
Down to
Those
6/10 of a
top
second.
2.
Creeping up on half a second.
54 car starts to move around quite a bit on the exit of 4. Noah's cut this lead. Couple tenths that lap.
Great corner for Gibbs there,
Watch the
unfortunately.
54 car. He loves running the bottom. Watch as he exits turn 4. Let's see if he gets
Well,
loose
Gregson's got it
again.
down to about half a
See, he
second.
never got to the bottom right there. He's missing his line. The car's starting to get away from him in 3 and 4.
9 to go. 4/10. Lap car pulls way out of the way. Attaboy. Looked like it was Brandon Brown.
A year ago, we saw Daniel Hemrick put
Wreck each other and give it to Allgaier. That's the ideal scenario here.
with about 200 feet to go before the finish line, and it got Daniel Hemrick his first win as
45
well
didn't
as
exactly
the
give the 54 a lot of room there.
Close to 3 car lengths.
That lap car did not help Noah right there. He had to pitch his car off a little bit on the exit.
'54 is losing rear grip again at the end of this run like we saw earlier, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Can Gregson catch him? We know what he's willing to do if he does.
54 car's gotten loose on corner exit.
That's the same thing that happened the previous run. Is it enough laps?
He hasn't been this entire run. Caught the lap car. and
Bad
went to
place
the
to catch a
top.
lap car. I like it.
We'll see if he can clear it. He does.
Ooh, this is nerve-wracking.
Gregson stays up high through 1 and 2.
Watching the momentum of the 9 car down this back straightaway. See that run that he gets? The 54 can't accelerate like the 9 can.
Harder into 3.
Oh, boy.
Gregson closing the gap.
More grip in that 9 right now.
6 laps to go.
There you see the advantage.
But it's not enough. 6 to go. It's just a tick off of what he needs.
Make the 54 loose. And I don't even mean by touching him. Just by taking the air off that spoiler.
I don't think he'll wait that long. I think if he can get to that 54's bumper, it's going to be one shot. One big move for the 9 car.
Back 5 to go.
I'm encouraging Noah to be a dickhead today.
The laps are winding down now. 5 to go.
5 to go.
Shortening the distance on the apron.
Noah caught that last car right
Fucking stupid ass lap car. JJ Yaley. Yaley just fucked Noah. Yeah, Noah lost 2 tenths there. It's over. It is over. 4 to go. You're not going to get there without a caution. It's over. How come the lap cars are fucking the second place car more than the leader?
Gibbs holding tight to the bottom of the racetrack.
It's killing me. It hurts. I want to see some shit. 3 to go. That was a really good corner for Noah. 3 to go. That was really good. More lap car. Sam Mayer up ahead. I'd just like to point that out, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Mayer is up ahead. I would just like to point that out. 2 to go, but they're going to have to deal with the 1.
He dives down low. And now, 2 car lengths.
Oh boy. 2 to go. Best corner so far. Ty's got to be nervous looking out and seeing the 1 car in front of him. He's in between a rock and a hard place. Sam lays over, gives him the bottom. I can't believe Sam actually laid over for him. Uh-oh. Side draft from the 1 to the 54. Ugh. 1 lets him go. Noah sends it off into 3. Oh, boy. He's there. 1 to go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Fucking lap car. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt Ty. That hurt Noah. It's over. Oh, well. Sand. Nah, it's over. What a bitch. Noah Gragson, you suck. The one time I cheer for you, you fucking suck. What a choker. Noah Gregson's a fucking loser. Can't wait to watch him flop in the Cup Series. That's all Noah Gregson's fault right there, ladies. We have another reason to hate Noah. Noah's a fucking loser. That's what happens when you have to cheer for a fucking overrated jack-off that's been carried by his equipment all year.
Xfinity Series Championship. That sounded like series director there coming on the radio. Wayne Otten.
Okay, phone, I'd like to.
And Crew celebrating. We'll see what the crowd does when Ty gets out of the car. Gregson gave it his all. Walked out, climbed out of the car. Dylan, I believe you caught up with a very happy crew chief.
And they are in the middle of their traditional post-race prayer that the coach and everybody.
The post-race prayer.
Chris Gale, let's grab you here real quick. Man, how proud of you of this kid. In a week where there was so much turmoil and distraction, he blocked all that out.
Our God is an awesome God. He reigns forever. The hardest thing for him was going to be all the stuff leading up to it. When you got between these 2 walls on the racetrack, there's thunder in his footsteps, lightning in his fists. And the Lord wasn't joking when he kicked him out of Eden. It wasn't for no reason that he should.
Well, now I want to punch Noah Gragson more than I ever have, because this is literally his fault for being a goddamn choker.
Gregson talked about how important it would be to win a championship. He was very emotional.
Thank you guys for hanging with me.
I think Ty Gibbs.
And remember, our God is an awesome God. Jesus this, Moses that. Abraham hit me with a wiffle ball bat.
The public, his own team, the competitors questioning his.
May the force be with you. That's another religion.
He steps up, sits on the pole, wins every stage, and wins the race. And say what you want about the young man and how he races.
Noah Gregson sucks. I'm glad that one thing I'll take away from this race, it validated everything I've ever said about Noah Gregson being a fucking loser, and he will flop in the Cup Series, I guarantee. He's not built for it.
The questions were, will his actions back them up?
Or maybe he just needs to pray more.
I didn't see him touch anyone. Clean racing would have been the easiest to make a move. So his actions backed up what he said. And now he gets this triumphant stand on his car.
Ty Gibbs and his flock.
Cheers and booze mixture. And you see the excitement in the young man. He has won the race, his 7th of this year, and a championship. Marty?
Rick, I'll say before the race, it was a lot of boos from the crowd, but that was a mixture of some cheers there for Ty Gibbs, the 2022 Xfinity Series champion.
To a loving. Now Logano's going to win tomorrow, and we'll all be fucking sad.
Well, Ty,
Oh, well, if Logano wins,
how did you put all the challenge
maybe I get money.
and all the criticism behind you this week and deliver the title today?
Yeah, well, first off, I just want to say thank you to my team.
Thank you to Jesus.
These guys, my pit crew, they did an awesome job. They put us here. Great job to my team. What I did last week was unacceptable. And, I apologize once again, but it was unacceptable because we could have 2 shots to win this deal. And it was stupid from an organization standpoint, so all my fault.
That's just dawning on you now.
I can sit here and tell you I'm sorry.
Sergeant Crost, Captain Crost of the SS bullshit.
I feel like today was a good race. I feel like it made some good moves. Me and the 7 race really hard. I feel like hopefully we put on a great show for you guys fans, and thank you for all what you guys do.
Go fuck yourself. Now, that seems to be the response from the crowd. Let's get that Noah interview so I can sit over there and cry. I'm trying to enjoy that. Well, I did say Noah was never going to win a championship, so still stands. Hard work and having the most money. Out. Noah Gregson driving Kyle Larson 2021 hand-me-downs. Couldn't win the fucking championship over Ty Gibbs.
Thank you to the fans. I know I don't have it in here. Hopefully I earned some respect back. And we'll move on. Thank you, guys.
Hello, cheers there. So I want to ask you your thoughts when you saw the 9 behind you after all the chatter that...
Here's old Marty going fishing. Reel one in. Says he's going to pray for Noah. Watch.
Not at all. I focused at the windshield. I felt like we had a great race with those guys. So great job at Junior Motorsports. But, the 25% won. Awesome job. Thank you for everybody. Thank you all the guys. Had an awesome
Noah Gregson sucks, and I told you all. He sucks.
Thank you for everybody. You're champions.
And he will flop in Cup. Remember this. Remember what I tried to tell you. Motherfucker will be back in Xfinity in a couple years driving for Colleague or something.
So while Ty Gibbs celebrates, Noah Gregson,
Maybe he'll go the Matt DiBenedetto path and wind up back in trucks.
big part of his life, Dale Jr. down here, Johnny Morris and the Morris family stepping in and such a big part of what's happened here for so many years. And Noah, doggone it, looked like the car was fast at times. What was the difference?
Just execution on pit stops. We just need to be better as a Bass Pro Shop team.
Throw the pit crew under the bus. There you go.
Everyone's efforts. Thought we had a really good.
You ran him down and couldn't do nothing with him. And you didn't even try to do the Ross Chastain move. I'm disappointed in you.
Got up to second, just not enough. Just too tight there at the end. But still super proud of everybody. This guy right here.
Johnny, we're proud of you, I'll tell you that.
Johnny Morris.
Happy to be here.
You know this guy. Johnny Morris and JP. And make sure you get out fishing, hunting. Make sure you get your
It's cold. I'm not going fishing. I need to go fishing. It's been years.
Hunting needs at Bass Pro Shops and then Black Rifle Coffee as well. Appreciate you guys being here.
He has the most douchiest sponsors, doesn't he? Black Rifle Coffee, Bass Pro Shop. It's like, Jesus, why don't you get the NRA on the fucking car? Black Rifle Coffee.
POS, but definitely sucks to lose to someone like that. But It's not from lack of effort.
Well, you lost to him because he's better than you and you suck. That's why. Sorry, Noah. Truth hurts. We don't like Ty Gibbs, but he's a better driver than you.
Just come up one race short, but just so thankful for everybody at Junior Motorsports. And
yeah, I can cheer for all of Junior Motorsports again next year. That'll be fun. I'll have 4 cars to cheer for instead of just 3.
How big a family they are to you. We obviously saw how much Johnny means to you and everybody else. What will you remember, and does it just grind on you that you could not deliver it for them?
Landon Castle finished 4th.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team effort. We win and lose as a team. So, still proud of everyone's efforts all year. We've been in position to win a lot of races and have executed them out. Just come up one spot short. But, definitely bittersweet moving on to the Cup Series next year with Petty GMS. Big thanks to them for put me in the 42 car next year for them, but Cam, I'm going to miss this Junior Motorsports team, Dale, Kelly, LW, all the employees of Junior Motorsports. I love you guys. Thank
what
you
a choker.
so much, Mr. Hendrick.
Best organization in the series. You can't win a championship.
But most
The power of Christ compels Ty Gibbs.
It's been unbelievable this year to see the support and the love by everybody involved that comes down to the fence when we're climbing the fence, having our t-shirts on, the cheers of driver intros. It just means
I don't cheer you at driver intros, and I went to a lot of races this year. Fuck you.
Everyone's pissed, but still unbelievable year.
Noah, how developmental was
Good God, how long is this interview? Is this a fucking TED Talk or a post-race interview?
Well, I think I grew a ton, not only as a race car driver but as a person. Matured on and off the track, and I believe I'm ready for Cup.
I know you're not ready for Cup, but it's going to be funny to watch anyway.
Opportunities like that when we lose spots on pit road, and
There he is, throwing the pit crew under the bus again.
back up to the front and just regroup.
I thought he was so good, though, it didn't matter.
You gotta, to be able to go up against those Cup guys, you got to be able to regroup and refocus. When you run into adversity and challenges, but just got to keep working hard. That's all there is to it.
Noah Gregson does not win the championship today. A valid effort from him. I'm going to have my cameraman Stoley just pivot over here just a little bit. We're going to find Dale Jr. in the crowd over here. Junior, watch you pacing all day. What are the emotions now that it's over?
Well, it's really disappointing. We got beat. Ty Gibbs and Joe, they got an amazing program, and Ty's a talent, and they did everything right today, and we raced them hard, and they raced us hard, and it was a good, clean battle. So it's a blessing to have a shot at it, to be honest with you. You're going to have chances when you're going to win championships if you show up enough, and I'm blessed that we're competitive. Certainly have to retool and try to come back and be better, and that's what we'll work on in all season. We'll get all the group together and build the morale back up and retool and come back strong.
Quite a program that Dale and Kelly, LW, and the whole crew have put together there at JRM. 3 drivers in the championship for today. Rick?
Yeah, 75% of the championship 4 were Junior Motorsports drivers, but you heard him say the 25% was able to get it today. It was Ty Gibbs. You guys mentioned it. Very clean race. He was the dominant car.
Very clean race because Noah Gregson sucks too bad to do anything about it.
And he celebrated.
Fuck you, I was right.
The fans, which
I was right. Then again, I usually am.
He won the race, he won the championship, and now he's going to try to win the fans back as well. More drivers.
Good luck with that. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to stream again in a few minutes, but I'm going to be playing video games, and I figure y'all don't care about that. But I'll be back. And if you don't come back, I'll see you guys tomorrow around 3.